Where's my camera? There's my camera. Tilt that a little bit. What up, YouTube? YouTube. No, I'm not Jolioli. What up, y'all? It's Mr. Mardoober here. Mardoober Mondays. Today we're going to cover on some stuff that we didn't get to cover yesterday on Sunday because we were having technical difficulties. But we're going to cover some of that. We're also going to cover some what the fuck is going on in the tube community, because Resin was blowing me up this morning going, well, what the hell's going on? Why is everybody getting strikes? Why is everybody getting kicked off YouTube? Why is everybody blah, 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 blah. And so we're going to talk about that a little bit. So before we do, though, we're going to sit here and take a dab and maybe roll up a doob and sip on some coffee and wait for a couple of y'all to show up. Let me pop open a chat window while we're at it. And you may have noticed that, or you may not have noticed, we are back to Google Hangouts. There's a reason for this. It is mainly because Google Hangouts is way more stable. We were having some issues keeping Discord up reliably. OBS is great, and I will be looking for a way to integrate Hangouts into OBS and build a stable recipe so that we can use all the features instead of just some. And we had 2 viewers there for a minute, but they're all gone. I don't know. I think Lefty's on his ski trip, so he probably won't be joining us. Apprentice Grown Medical's over here with his mute button on. We may be having Green Diamonds join us here in a little bit, and we'll see who shows up in the stream. If y'all are in the Discord group, the link is up there. If you'd like to join on the panel, you are more than welcome to it. Anybody that's cool with general chat is cool with me. I threw out an everyone tag, so hopefully some people come pouring in here in a minute. But where the hell did I stick those rolling papers? So we were going to go to the coffee shop like we do sometimes, but instead we had snow this morning. So Mr. Mardoober stuck at home in the snow. And we're going to sit around in our pajamas and have a snow day today. If that's all right with you guys. So if anybody wants to join in for a snow day with me, you're more than welcome to chill out. If it's snowing where you are, I feel your pain. I'm in Southern California, and it's snowy here, so it can strike anyone. Let's see, it looked like the stream was up and strong. I don't know, maybe it's a holiday and everybody's sleeping in. Is it Washington's birthday or something today? George Washington Carver's Black President's Month. While I twist this up, I should yell at my children and let them know I'm using up all the interwebs, and not to mooch on my interwebs. What up, Green Diamonds?
Hey, buddy.
Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.
I hope I'm on the right. I think I'm on the right channel.
Audio sounds okay.
I just had to yell at my children and remind them I'm streaming, not to eat my internet. Hopefully next week we'll have new internet coming, and then we'll be able to do more fun stuff. And that's when I can integrate Discord with Hangouts with OBS and see if we can get all that.
We just upgraded ours. We're around, what is it, 300 megabytes per second download speed, and something ridiculous. Actually run over 300 when we tested it.
I don't want to hear that. You don't even want to know, dude. If I told you what I'm running right now, you'd yeah.
You got to plug into a potato?
Yeah, pretty much. We're out in the country, and we get DSL. That's it, copper DSL, and that's all we're ever going to get. Now, it gets worse than that. Apparently, because I'm on a business account where I'm at, they've throttled us at, I get 5 megs down, and I get 0.7 megs up.
Wow.
Yeah. So hosting a YouTube show in my rustic setting is definitely interesting. Yeah, we've jokingly in the past. I don't know how long you've been following the channel, but in the past we always refer to it as getting dubered because on Hangouts here versus Discord, where Discord the whole server kind of goes wonky or whatever. Sometimes with Hangouts, if I lose my signal, then you guys get left with the show.
Oh, perfect.
Until I show back up in like 2 or 3 minutes, and it's freaking hilarious. So we had some issues with Discord a couple weeks ago when we were testing it out, and I kept disconnecting, and the guys kept talking, thinking that like they were still talking to somebody, and I'm like, no, if I'm disconnected, nobody can hear you, nobody's there.
That was right before I joined Discord. That was right before it. Yeah, I think you and I were chatting about something, and you told me to jump over there, and that's where I kind of got involved with the group.
Yeah. Well, the group kind of started on Hangouts because Hangouts was what Google uses to, so we all installed Hangouts so that we could do these video chats. And that was their like standard use thing, as Google uses Hangouts for YouTube streams. So that was what we started using. And then when Self came back, he kind of turned us on to Discord. What up, Undercover Grower?
What's up, buddy?
We're back to Hangouts in the land of stability.
Good.
Is everybody enjoying their holiday today for Black President's Month?
I'm actually in the dark, man. My power's been out for about 2 hours.
Oh, you're kidding me?
No.
God damn, for real?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Well, you're in dark cycle right now, aren't you? Though, so like at least it's just a little lights out during veg.
No. I was. My shit comes on at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're in. Oh man, so it's eating into your day, huh?
Yeah, buddy. If it doesn't hurry up, if it doesn't come on soon, then I'm just gonna let everything keep on going. Because they go back off at 5:30.
You ain't gonna go fire up the Jenny?
No, by the time I get that motherfucker out of the building, I'm hoping that they'll have it back on. And I don't even.
Out so far?
I doubt that. They would even fire everything. They may fire one light. Or that generator is pretty small.
Oh, you only got like 2,000 or 3,000 or something.
What up, Mr. Mike? It's the 3,000 watt is what it is.
And that's peak. So they only want to run at 22.
Yeah, it's and then, like I say, man, it's like it buried in the corner of my building. And yeah, it's just fuck it. It ain't worth dragging it out. It's not going to hurt them to have a little extra dark.
Well, you're pretty far along too, aren't you?
Well, I've got those two blue dreams are on day like 46 and 42, I think. And the Malibu Pie, the new ones, are only on day 19. Yeah, today is day 19 because it's I flipped them on actually the 31st of last month.
Nobody's in the first 2 weeks, so you don't really have to worry about like sex stress and like herms and shit from weird fucking light cycles. They've all stabilized in their sex and fully expressed. You got buttons on everybody, right?
Right. Yeah. The only thing that I'm not liking is I have been cutting the lights back on those purple pie to get them to sex. But this will probably help it a little bit.
Freak it out even a little more.
Yeah, just to speed it up. I'm pretty certain that I'm gonna have 4 females out of the 5. I'm gonna have 4 females. I'm pretty certain.
Now, have you heard of 626262 for early sex expression veg lighting?
I've heard a little something about that.
So I've seen people using that kind of method where you run the lights on for 6, off for 2, on for 6, off for 2, on for 6, off for 2, and it keeps them from fully going to flower, but they tend to express their sex characteristics sooner because it's an abnormal light cycle.
I do have an extra timer I could do that with. I might try that. But I cut their lights back. I cut them back. Last Sunday, actually. So yesterday made a week, and they've been getting instead of 18 hours, they've been getting 14 hours or 16 hours of light instead of 18. And this week I'm going to cut it back to 15.
Well, I've just heard about people using that consistently through veg, simply for the sake of running, unsexed reg seeds and getting, fast results on sexing.
I may try that. That's interesting. That'll be a good experiment.
It also, going back to yesterday's topic, it also stabilizes your environmentals.
Yeah.
Because with a steady on and off like that, there's way less peak.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Just the savings in heat alone, having to control that would be helpful.
Yep.
Yep. That makes sense. It makes
just by the time
sense.
the room starts to warm up, the lights kick off for a couple hours. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I do have a question.
Go for it.
We were talking yesterday a little bit, and I know that folks use 24 hours on a lot of times.
Yeah.
And everybody goes, okay, well, the plants go to sleep anyway. They know when to go to sleep and do their thing. So
right.
the lights are on. But here's what my question is, because I noticed that I still run 18.6s on all my veg, and I run 12.12 on all my flowers.
Same here, yeah.
Until I figure out what these far reds are going to save me, I might play with those numbers a little bit as far as times in the flower, and maybe give a little extra light and save that part of it. But that being said, I notice that when it gets close to lights off, and I'm usually into my garden right before the lights go out, make sure everything's set, and I cannot worry about it.
Oh, are they slumping?
Well, yeah, they kind of wilt a little bit and act like they're going to sleep, kind of deal.
Yeah.
But if you have it in 20, and I heard that in 24 on, it does the same thing. You'll still see them do that where they're sleeping.
Uh-huh.
But what I'm wondering is, because I run my lights for my bedroom and for my flower room and for my breeding room, they all go off at 8 o'clock at night. Now my bedroom and my breeding room, as far as we're using it for nursery right now, they come back on at like 2 in the morning, and they run 18s and 6s. So the plants have gotten used to that system. So when they flip to flower, they're still going to sleep at the exact same time. Well, when you run them 24s and they're going to sleep on their own, how long does it take them to recover and get used to the 12-12 cycle, because they're normally on a different one? So I'm just running my sleep cycle the same, theoretically, as it's like teaching your kids, okay, it's time to go to bed. 9 o'clock's your bedtime. They get used to that, and come 8:30, they're starting to slow down, and for the most part, unless you fed them a bunch of, you know what I'm saying, they're ready to go to bed for the most part. That kind of get them in that routine. Is it better to keep them in that routine, or just kind of let them figure it out on their own?
I find the shock from immediately going rather than the slow transfer helps initiate flower a little quicker. But I also run a similar routine where my veg lights just run a little later in the morning. You know what I mean? And so I run 7 to 7 in flower, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. overnight to keep things warm. It helps equalize my environment, because instead of fighting the natural conditions, if my lights were out at night, then I would be dealing with the natural rise in humidity outdoors as well at night, and then be battling that. So rather than fight it, I use the lights to dry out the room during the night, and use the daytime when it's a little drier to go to sleep, so that my humidity doesn't peak so much.
Right.
But when I run veg, I also like the lights come on an hour before the flower lights come on, and they go off like 4 hours after or 5 hours after the lights go out.
Yeah. My veg runs from 8 o'clock at night to 3 in the morning, and I actually run 11 and 13 in flower, and it runs from 5:30 or 6:30 in the morning until 5:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And
that 11-13 though.
I've been doing that for about 3 years now. I honestly, here's my thing. Here's my thing with that. The only reason I haven't switched it is because I just haven't, and I feel like I'm finishing about a week. I've never ran anything all the way to the day that they say it's done. I either go a week early, or just within a day or two. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yep.
Yeah, I have run some shit longer, and I shouldn't have.
I prefer a headier smoke anyway, so I always like to take it a little earlier than some people suggest.
Yeah, I like
for now and then. You got to let one of the plants go a long time. Hola, bye, guys.
Y'all saw my Poison OG that's on week 9 that was getting snowed on this morning on Instagram, right? What up, Jeff Green 007? And what up, Ghost 2? Sorry, Jeff Green just popped up a chat with his like wall of emojis like he always does. He got all the the ocean grown ones, the little squid and the whale, and like clouds and leaves and smoke and all kind of cool shit.
Nice. I'm watching bobsledding.
Oh, is it the Olympics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Olympics.
Latvia's getting them some.
I was watching curling the other night while I was doing karaoke.
Well, that's some boring shit. God.
Oh, it's my favorite. I love curling, dude.
Shit. Oh, man,
that seems like the chillest shit. Like something you could do with your old lady, too, because they're always like off-sex pairs, you know. Sometimes it'll be 2 gals or 2 guys, but usually it's a guy and a gal. And you can tell that they're like dating. Yeah, and like anybody could do it. It's all about skills, like shuffleboard, giant.
It seems like the type of stuff you could do in your living room or like in your kitchen with some oil and pots and pans.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's shuffleboard.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I'm old. You know what, Jeff Green? I will take a freaking dab with you. I was smoking on this freaking half a joint that I rolled for in the beginning of the show, not before the show. Everybody's coming in late because it's a holiday. We got a few people watching now, a few people in chat. It started kind of slow this morning. It was weird. Usually there's 6 or 8 people right out the gate.
How long you been going for?
Oh, not long. 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
There's some of that freaking BHO I've been playing with.
Is that what you made yesterday?
Yeah, that's what I was making at the end of the stream. Now I've been looking into de-waxing though. That's something I really want to like get into because I've been like, okay, so why do dabs always make me cough like crazy? And a lot of people they do. Now some people for some reason they don't, and I'm kind of wondering if that's a genetic thing because you know, people like I don't know Lefty that can just fucking slay a dab and never cough and just
dude. I wish
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Smoking for what, like 20 years now.
Jesus,
man. I would have figured I would have gotten better at it by now.
And like most people, so I looked into it and I started doing some research and digging through some forums. And you know me, freaking, I go try and track down the trail, Mr. Journalist. So I'm going around, I'm looking this up, and it turns out that most people have issue with this, and it seems to be less prevalent in states like Washington and Oregon that have really strict testing laws that have been in effect for quite some time, and Colorado as well. I think they said that the places where there's been really strict testing on the concentrates for a long time, you're less likely to cough on that. Apparently it's a red state or like Cali where it's Wild fucking West style that you get this stuff. And apparently what it is with the extraction, not only do you get the oils and the THC, but you also get a certain amount of lipids and plant waxes off the shiny stuff off the leaves and lipids and any possible like if you didn't trim the stuff off well enough or somebody used neem too close to flour or something, you get neem oil in there or whatever, and you have to actually take a second step and de-wax the.
You're talking about the
after you've blown it,
winterizing it.
Well, they're actually 2 different things, and there's kind of a half-ass winterized de-wax, and then there's a full butane de-wax, and the butane one's kind of sketchy. It sounds really like dangerous, like putting containers of butane in freezers and hoping. Yeah, okay. When the first step is you need a explosion-proof freezer.
Yeah.
You lost me at that. Like I'm like, okay, so obviously that's not going to happen. I'm not getting an explosion-proof freezer or putting myself in a situation where I need to get one. Now, the other way you can do it is with ethanol and also a freezer. You put it in a deep freezer, and then you freeze the shit out of the ethanol, and then you pour it through a coffee filter, and I guess the oils will slide through for the most part with the solvent.
4 bottles in my freezer right now.
And then, for de-waxing?
Yes, sir.
Oh, see? Green Diamonds knows it up. See, I'm just learning about all this. This is all news to me. I'm starting back over from where I did when I was in in that high school, college.
Well, I don't know that much about it. We're starting to kind of dig into that tech. We want to be able to make our own and be able to make it.
Well, I mean, yeah, and it's freaking beautiful stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm even more excited about the de-wax stuff. Have you tried any de-wax versus regular blown?
Not yet, but we're in the process of trying to get there. So we're working through that. But yes, we're going to, and I'll let you know for sure how it goes.
Hey, Doober.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to drop out for a minute, and I will be back in about 15, 20 minutes.
Oh, we'll fix your power?
Well, no. I've got a few errands to run. I was going to try and hang around in case the shit came back on, but I've got everything unplugged just in case it does come on while I'm gone. But I've got a few errands to run, and I've stuck around here all morning waiting on the shit to come back on. My brother just sent me word that they've almost got the pole back together. I guess a car knocked the pole over. It shouldn't be long. But, yeah, I'll be back in about 20 minutes. So I will be.
We'll see you there.
All right.
We got to get in with Mischief Mike here. He's freaking throwing the shit up in chat. All right. So winterizing and de-waxing are slightly different, though. I mean, there's a regular winterizing with the ethanol, and then there's a short form one. I looked it up. There's a couple of different ways to do this. One way ends up with more of a dark brown amber, and it all kind of depends on how hot you get your ethanol. If you can keep it at 90 degrees and do a slow evap, or 80 degrees and do a slow evap, and not have to heat it up so much, which most winterizing, I was watching Fergroli's winterizing video that he did, that shit looks like fucking maple syrup. And
isn't that the one where they use they use the Buckner funnel or something like that?
Yep.
And
yes, yeah, they pull a vacuum on it so they can pull it through.
Shit gets
and then they take that.
Who knew that stoners wish they would have paid attention in chemistry class back in the day?
I did.
Shit.
That's why I'm hoping
shouldn't have gotten so stoned, and I should have paid more attention. Now I can make my own extra.
Yeah. Well, I paid attention, and so all this shit made sense to me. I was like, okay, yeah, I remember that, and this is okay, cool. All right, that's not that hard. So yeah, probably for tax return season, I'm probably gonna get me a little best value vac starter set with a sparkless freaking vac pump and some pots and columns and shit to play with.
Well, let me know when you're getting ready to do that, because I'm like piggyback your idea, because we just want to be able to have some just for us. I don't want to think about it. I just want enough here to play with it and for our own needs. So when you get ready to do that, let's talk, because I want to know what direction you're going in and what I'm thinking, and we can two heads are better than one kind of thing.
Oh, hell yeah. I'm always down to collab and share whatever. That's why we do these streams, is so that we can all kind of talk about what we're doing with each other, and then see if anybody wants to jump in and chat and ask questions, or contribute, or throw more into that. So I mean, that's why it's interesting to Mischief Mike turning us stoners into scientists, and that's exactly what the science thing is about, is that we are ents, we are stoners. If any of y'all on Reddit, you know what the word ent means, and if not, then go read some fucking Tolkien.
I'm not going to have to drop out.
You're not?
You're the tree people.
I'm just going to mute and take you on mobile.
Oh, okay. We're going to ride around in UCG's pocket, apparently. And that's
for a little bit.
That's all right. That's all right. See, instead of yesterday where we put everybody through the paces, and where's Apprentice is on mute too. What the hell? He's all keeping quiet. He's free today. He can wander and talk and do as he pleases, but he's sitting in the corner. I stole the host spot back.
Yeah, he's lurking.
Currently, right now, for the stuff I'm making, I'm using a hand pump, a Mighty Vac from, I think I got it from AutoZone for $35. Oh, he was asking Mr. Mike back set. It's the Best Value Vax makes a whole set, and I think it's like $500, and you get a pot and a column and the whole fucking. And then there's another one that's like $700 or something that comes with a closed loop so that you can reclaim your butane and you don't like waste it. Plus, you don't.
Dude, I want a bobsled, man. These are badass looking.
You want one, or you just want to be on like a bobsled team?
No, I think I'd probably just rather ride in a bobsled one time, maybe.
There's probably
badass looking.
There's probably like camps you could go to up in fucking like Vermont or New Hampshire or something.
Shit.
Go for a weekend.
When I was a little kid, we went to what is it? Oh God, Calgary, Canada, where they had like the is it like the 92, 94 Winter Olympics or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And we sent my dad down the bobsled track on one of those. Or not the bobsled track, the luge track. There we go. Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Luge is nuts. Crazy shit. Yeah. What about the skeleton when they go
Apparently
out?
That's a rather intense experience.
Now here's a luge one for you. Where I live is up in the mountains, and our road is kind of a 2-lane mountain twisty road, fairly steep, fairly popular for like bicycle rides and stuff. So like the people that like to dress up in spandex suits and kill themselves on the weekends. We get fuck tons of those just all over the place. And one day I'm coming up the hill, and I see something up on the road ahead, and it just like shot past, and I was like, what the hell was that? It was too low to the ground to be a bicycle. What the hell? And so I kind of slow down and pull off to the side of the road, see what the hell's going on. These two guys on fucking street luges come around the fucking corner doing like 55 miles an hour on a fucking, it's a city street. I mean, like a country road, but I mean, it's a fucking 2-lane California state scenic highway. There could have been a fucking semi. I'm like, these guys are nuts, dude. Like school buses and shit come up that. Like you're out of your fucking mind. What the hell's wrong with you? Who the hell hops on a freaking like
you do on a closed road?
Yeah, I was looking around for the helicopter because we get that sometimes where they're shooting a movie or something and they just happen to like miss one of the roads that turns onto the road or something. Oh shit, we didn't see that on the map. Because being in a scenic location in Southern California, sometimes you get movie people. It happens. So when you see some weird shit in SoCal, the first thing you do is you look around for the fucking camera that's filming. Like, where's the fucking camera crew? Because this is too fucking weird to just be really going on.
Yeah, I could totally imagine that shit. Just like walking up on something really fucking weird. Like, all right.
In SoCal, that's the thing. Is like you walk up on something like that and you're like, okay, where the fuck are they filming? You know what I mean? Like. But you never know.
A few years later, you see it in a movie, and you're like, I fucking knew it. I knew it.
Especially with drones and shit these days. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You never know where they're filming from.
U.S. is not doing well today in bobsled.
Yeah, the U.S. hasn't done well in the Olympics in several years, and I think it's due to funding cuts from the corporate sponsors. The Olympics don't sell as well. Yeah, Summer Olympics sell better. You know what I mean? Yeah. So they've got more money to spend. You got basketball, so we can send our NBA guys there. You know what I mean?
Yep. Most of our sports are summer sports. Like,
well, we're in a temperate region. Like, even though there is like some wintry parts of the U.S., it's fairly temperate comparatively.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think you got it cold and freaking in the New England area, guys, freaking try moving to Finland.
Yeah, exactly.
You wonder why those fucking Norwegians are like fucking on the skis. You're like, oh yeah, well they were born on them. That's all they had to fucking do all winter.
Yeah, they never got a car. They just ski everywhere.
I think that honestly, the freaking what is that? The winter triathlon where they fucking do the ski shoot and fucking cross downhill cross country. Yeah. I think that one was engineered by Norwegians to be in the Olympics simply so they could have a sport they could just 100% dominate. Because that's like what happens in Norway. When you're like born in Norway, you get a freaking as soon as you're of age, you get a gun and a pair of skis. That's like government issue.
Yeah, go hunting elk.
Well, no, they're required because they got invaded in World War II. They're required. Every freaking person of age is required to be proficient in arms handling and is issued an assault rifle by the government and 100 rounds of ammo. And you're required to do like 6 days of rifle range at the community rifle range a year.
That's pretty awesome.
Like never again. They got invaded, and this is the difference between what they did with their like 9/11 moment, where they got invaded by another country and somebody fucking came in and smashed their doors in and told them who was boss. And us.
What, they've rigged their entire country to fucking blow.
I mean, that's why I'm so I love places like freaking Norway and Israel, whatever, that have like lots of guns and yet have very little freaking gun crime.
Well, like Norway, you know how they have all the crazy ass mountain passes, like to get into the country? Those are all rigged to blow. Like they're set to isolate themselves completely. Like
at a moment's notice, never again will we be like we have the upper hand.
Like literally made it, or they can make it impossible to get into Norway without flying in, and
then every person like notice. Every person on the ground that you might encounter is armed. What up, Loki?
That's crazy.
I didn't even see bobsled for Jamaicans. Dude, hell yeah. Why not? See, that's the thing is a lot of freaking countries that don't have winter areas are just freaking, like you were saying, you wanted to go bobsled. They have places where they just train, you know what I mean? And it's not like they're actually like training in freaking.
Well, Jamaica has the mountains, and then they also have those, I guess like the kids make those carts and shit. Go flying down the roads, running off old ladies.
Yeah. But like that fucking. I think they just brought Cool Runnings back on freaking Netflix, dude. Yeah, but I love that shit, man. That was a true story too. That was fucking awesome shit. Really anybody can fucking excel, but Norwegians excel at fucking skiing and shooting. So there's our Olympic moment. Because Ghost is watching the Olympics.
You know who I'd like to see in the fucking Olympic bobsleds? Like. We need to get some of those fucking like Nigerian sprinters that are just like the fastest fucking people on the planet. Give them a sled. Bet that would work. I wonder if Norwegians grow their own. Like, how do you grow out in Norway and Finland where it's just like so cold?
Actually, that's strange that you say that. I actually have been talking to
that's where like
from Norway. On the GrowTube chat. If any of y'all in the GrowTube freaking Discord or whatever. Madeleine. And Norwegian Frog too. But Madeleine is also in Norway, and we talked about exchanging some genetics, and like he's got like US proxies that he can like accept packages through and stuff. It's cool. And so we're gonna probably swap some beans. And he said something about wanting to teach me Norwegian because like I'm of Norwegian descent. So I'll be like hella cool. Oh, and yes, he grows indoors, and you don't do much. Though I'm sure there are like summer seasons out there because Canada and Alaska have some amazing freaking seasons. That's the thing is summer hits hard and fast there, but hard and fast is still long enough for cannabis. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, like the temperatures there are so fucking cold. I mean, that's got to be like where greenhouse growing really originated.
Hold on 1 second. My dog is go crazy. I will be right back. You guys can entertain.
Well, guys, we're watching the Olympics. And it's commercial time.
What are you watching in the Olympics right now, Ghost?
It's bobsledding right now.
Who's got the fastest time?
Certainly not the U.S. I can't remember who it is, but like everyone I keep watching is just like nowhere close.
Really?
Like, yeah. Probably like Norway or Sweden or someplace.
Oh, I'm sure. Dude, they usually have yeah.
Yeah. I don't even get how you'd get into that sport in America.
You'd have to live in like, Colorado or Minnesota or something like that where it's always cold. The mountains.
Yeah.
Or in California mountains like Mardoober. I guess if he went higher in the mountains, it's probably always cold up there too, huh?
Yeah, but like where do you gotta have like an actual place to practice that one.
Oh yeah, like there's only certain places that have it. Bobsledding.
Wait, what are we practicing? Bobsled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably look up where's the like nearest bobsled course, but I guarantee you it's nowhere near here.
You're gonna find out it's like down the road.
No, they actually there is a place not too far from us called the Ice Castle, which is where a lot of Olympics skaters train. They have like a big skating rink, and they do hockey training there as well. It's
nice.
But it's an indoor rink. It just happens to be up in the mountains, which makes an ice rink hella easier to maintain in Southern California because, you know, as we all know from having to control environments, the easier, your outdoor environment is to your indoor environment to match, the less energy you have to expend. So, yeah, hence why they built the one ice rink up in the mountains. We should have made this Olympic Monday. We getting all crazy Olympic style. I clicked to the comment and it went to, Possum's Attic. If you clicked it and it went to the GrowTube channel, it's probably just because you're already in the GrowTube channel, and you'll probably see the other one down below it somewhere. It should look like a tree of DNA made of pot leaves or something.
Canada's in the lead, which doesn't surprise me.
Canada's in the lead.
Yeah. It's still North America.
Dude, I've been, speaking of Canada and Olympics, I've been talking to Ross Bagliati on Instagram lately. Apparently, he's all big into freaking, like, you know, cannabis up there. He's got his own thing going on, like Ross's Gold or something. It's a trip.
Okay, hold on one second.
Y'all remember Ross Bagliati, right? The guy that got the, like, Olympian snowboarder that got busted for cannabis and had his medal stripped from him? Or is that too old for you guys? Or are we all on mute? I'm literally talking to like 4 guys. I got 4 guys in here, all on mute, every fucking one. That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm not much of a snowboarder. I can ski all right, but my knees are shitty too, Possum. I feel you. Oh, holy shit. I didn't even see Doobie 2 slip in there. We were talking about Canada being in the lead. And now look at this. I got high fives to all 10 watching. Cheers to all y'all. I'm gonna do a dab since, like, apparently everybody else in the channel is muted. Oh, here comes Ghost. He's back.
Nope, I'm back.
I was like, wait a minute. Did we all go mute there for a minute? I was sitting there talking to myself. That's all right. I'm never talking to myself on YouTube because I'm always talking to everybody else.
Yeah.
So, while we can bounce around and you guys are all on mute, something I wanted to cover today is what the fuck is going on in the cannabis world. Y'all heard the word about, like, Brown Guy selling the farm or whatever, and you notice a lot of channels are kind of sparse on the content lately, or, like, you know, things have changed. A lot of corporate sponsorships floating around. I hear I only checked in for a minute because I had to work, and I haven't gone back to rewatch it yet because it was just Friday and I've been working all weekend. But I heard the last GrowTube, everybody had their own rosin sponsor.
Everybody has their own rosin sponsor?
Like everybody had a press that somebody had, like, they're like, oh, I use this press. Oh, I use that press. They all had a press, apparently. That's the word I heard.
That's what I saw.
And then someone's going to be sponsored by Harbor Freight.
Dude, I wonder if Harbor Freight would be cool enough to get with that, because they are like a national brand and, like, they're really popular with the cannabis community. And I wonder if, like, that would be a sponsorship. Fucking this channel would be 100% behind Harbor Freight.
Oh, you know it.
Yeah, fuck all that. You keep your Monsantas and Gavitas, and I'll take my Harbor Freight. He didn't sell the farm. I hear it's in some sort of proceedings. I don't know.
Yeah, I last one for like 3 weeks and it broke. So Harbor Freight sent us out. Like, those tools are not meant to last forever.
Yeah,
they're meant to get you through whatever job it is that you're on.
Yeah, exactly.
And if they don't break, fuck yeah.
Is what it is. I mean, you get what you pay for sure, but, like, when you're experimenting with shit and whatever, and you're like trying something out, you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna like, can I commit? I'm not gonna commit like all the way to this unless I can make this work. Okay. Oh, holy crap, I can weld. So maybe I will get a nicer welder next year, but let's see how long this Harbor Freight welder lasts.
Exactly. I Harbor Freight stuff first, and then if you break it, you get a nice version of it. If you don't break it, keep using that shit. Like, that's how tools work. Buy the cheapest one you can get, and then until you break that shit, and then buy the most expensive one you can afford, if you need it.
Well, and some things that are just what they are. It's getting to the point nowadays where so much stuff is just made in the same fucking factory in China, and it's all assembled the same. They just put different colored plastic parts on it and different freaking nameplates on it, and sell it to 3 or 4 of the other freaking top companies. And it's like, there's so little stuff out there that's being made here that it doesn't really matter. It's all being made in the same fucking factory anyway, and unless you're getting some kind of precision tool, fucking caliper is a caliper, a fucking 20-ton press is a 20-ton press. It is what it is. Yeah, great. You buy Harbor Freight for shit for tools you don't use often. Like, I'm gonna use this a few times. Yeah. Except for like except for like a 20-ton press. What's the difference? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, if you can buy a press from Harbor Freight and outfit it to freaking smash buds, you're probably going to get a lot of use out of that thing before it breaks, because what the hell's going to break on a press?
And even then, what in the fuck are you doing squishing nugs up to 20 tons? Like, you don't need to be squishing them at 20
That's
tons.
the thing, is you're going to be low use on that instrument.
Yeah. It shouldn't break, because you should never be using it like it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Isn't that rating determined by the size of the plate? So they're kind of doing that so that they get good PSI across the plate itself versus the smaller one. Isn't that why there's an increase in tonnage?
Why there's an increase in time?
No, tonnage.
Tonnage.
Specs on the. They want to put more pressure
An increase in tonnage is going to increase your surface area that you can smash with. So that's why guys go for the 20-ton, is because then you can run a 6x6 or a 7x9
where they want to push them out at one time.
Yes, you can run a big set of fucking plates on for production. This is the thing. I mean, if you're looking to, you say that, but if you're looking to grow 12 plants and you're looking to grow a pound a plant, and then you decide you want to do a run for extracts, think about that.
Yeah, it's true.
Now think about the scale. Now you're going like, if I can't do an ounce at once, it's a waste of my time, because I'm not going to bother sitting here squishing an eighth of bud or turning this into hash to whatever, you know what I mean? It's still, the volume is, and that's why people are buying these, freaking 500-gram wax columns, and I mean, it's because they've got that much shit to fucking handle. Once you start scaling up, all of a sudden you're like, God damn, my time is not worth it to just be sitting here diddly darting around for like, little bits. If I'm going to do it, just go big.
Right.
Yeah.
I would think I would just probably do hash or something like that versus going dry sift or something.
See, that's what we need to do. We need to take freaking Science National and make it like a freaking maker shop kind of shit, where you can come in and lease time on a freaking CNC machine or a freaking rosin press or a butane column, rather than, because right now I mean, out here in California, you can rent that shit. Like, what were we talking about earlier? If it floats, or
yes,
you know what I mean? So in California, you can rent that shit, but that means there's good money in being the guy that's renting that shit.
Dude, you can rent some butane extraction equipment.
Yeah.
That's
fucking. I could rent a trimming machine. I could rent an extraction column. I could rent ovens or rotovaps or whatever. Yeah, I mean, they're all
the tools of the trade.
I can go down to. Dude, I'll tell you what. Are any of you guys in chat?
No.
No, I was. I shut it down.
I will. I will put it in chat and I will put it in Discord. This is my local hydro shop that I go to, and you guys that are in red states and stuff are probably going to drool. I think that's a live link. Hopefully that link shows live, guys. Let me try it out and see. No, it says Deanna. What the hell?
Oh, motherfucker. I just drove to the VA to find out that it's President's Day.
You didn't know? We were just...
I forgot until
we were just...
VA and the parking lot was empty.
Damn it.
It's like...
my girl went to the post office. We didn't know either. She sent me
Oh, sorry. it's not hydroponics. It's hydro. Here, I'll copy paste it. Sorry, guys. That was a bad link. I'm going to give you a good link now. There, good link. Good link. Second link is a worky link, I hope. And I will also put that in there. That's in Discord chat as well for everybody to see in Discord. That's not in, but that's my local shop, and they have like everything you could freaking imagine, and then they've got like all kinds of shit for rent too. Like you go in there and they got used equipment. They take like trade-ins. Yeah, I mean, like yeah, that's my local place. That's like 25 minutes from here, and like there are other hydro shops around, but that's the place that I like because it's not a chain. It's family owned, and they're like super cool people. Like the people are nice. I'm one of those guys that like I'll go to the gas station not with the cheapest price, but with the friendliest service. When I go to get gas, I go to the gas station where I like the guy behind the counter that's there most of the time, not because their gas is 3 cents cheaper. I'm saying I'd rather support somebody I'd like to support.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Gardens. You missed yesterday, dude. Yesterday we were live from the TIE Fighter, Jeff Green. We had everything going. We were actually all popping Astro Chimp. I might pop them live on stream. Did you pop any of yours, Ghost? I know Lefty's on his ski vacation.
No, but you know, I'm actually... God, like I've got some empty pots, and right now I've man, I could.
I got some space in about 2 weeks.
Mischief Mike's got double Glock.
Double Glock?
Double Glock is double Gloucester. It's a cheese cross. Yeah. I'd have to like pull that up, but I like the cheesy ones.
I love the cheese, like especially the effects. I'm not as big of a fan on the smell of the cheese. Like
I love it. I love that shit smells like feet.
It does. But it like, you know, you'll pull up like some Malibu, and then you know you smell like fucking Fruity Pebbles and Hawaiian Punch, and then you pull out.
I like those. All right, those are cool. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Froofy has its place. That's not my brand, though. I like the shit that tastes like baby diapers and freaking like heavy fuel terpenes or like cheese and farts. You know, I mean, I like the ones that are like icky. I think the ickier the better. The Astro Chimp is right on the border. I think it's a nice blend, the F1s at least. I'm really excited to see what comes out of the F2 packs and how that compares.
Yeah, that should be cool. I still need to do an F1 Ninja Fruit run sometime.
Yo, you still have those things. God. Yeah. There's more fucking, I don't know about heat in those packs, but like, there's more reliable expression as in any F1.
Yep, still got the F1.
I mean, I found my gem in my F2 pack, and I know some people did too. But I've heard a few people that got F2 packs of Digifruit that were just not impressed.
Well, I mean, you and I both grew out the F2. I mean, we had a little bit of issues with the F2 line. Like, let's be honest. The F2 Ninja Fruit had a tendency to be very finicky and prone to chucking nanners if it wasn't exactly perfectly happy.
Caress just right.
Yeah, like that was what F2 was kind of like like an F1 car, like a fucking drag car or something like that. Like it needed to be in perfect conditions, and then you would get some ungodly buds. But like, if you weren't on top of your shit, you were gonna chuck some nanners.
Oh shit! They're talking about us in frickin'. Are you guys talking? Oh shit! Somebody's posting in GrowTube about our show, so we're probably gonna get some people over here in a minute.
Is GrowTube going on today?
No, the GrowTube Discord server. But yes, I freaking love the frost on the Astro Chimp, Jeff Green. And no, I don't have any more of the F1 beans, Green Diamond. They're like
I think I got
gone.
half of a pack of F1s still.
Ghost has some, but I mean those are gone. The F1s will never come back because they were that Alien Rift 6 cross, and there is no more Alien Rift 6. So that particular pack is never to return. Is only in the hands of anybody who's already got some, or there might be. I don't know. You could probably beg and plead and get down on one knee for Shrimp, and he could probably track some down.
Yeah, I'm not inclined to do much of that. I'll just ask, and if they're not available, I'm good with that.
Well, okay. The ones that we were issued as testers. I can throw in the good word for you and ask Shrimp if he needs another set of testers.
Okay. You've seen.
But that's for the.
I've got room, so I can. I just want to help where I can. Just check it out.
Well, that's for the F2s, and we've kind of been told we're a team, so we're working on getting opportunities for Astro Chimp and for other things coming down the line. That'll be we're kind of working hand in hand with Shrimp Sticks to get some of that stuff out.
Okay.
Yeah, that
a little room available for something. Yeah.
That Jilly 99
though.
Put
them into toxic soil, and I killed like 52 fucking tester beans of some strains that would make most people's panties wet.
Yep. If Ghost gave you the full list of casualties there, oh man,
you'd cry, dude. It was some impressive shit that I wish I would have gotten to throw out, but I fucking murdered. And like, I still got another pack. Like, yeah, it's not like they're fucking rarest shit ever. Like, I'm not testing for Vader or some shit, but like, you know, Shrimp still has faith in me. So.
Yeah. What up, Laughing Man 420?
Appreciated.
Yeah, I saw GMX freaking throwing some of those freaking Rozzies out. Where's Dr. B? Talk about them Rozzie Kush. Ooh,
yeah. Dude, okay, so I don't know if anyone else ever witnessed it a little while ago, but was there like a little bit of a meltdown between like Jade Farms and Ninja? Because like I logged on one day and I saw Jade was like trying to sell off cuts of like
I have
everything.
that all. Okay, I screenshotted that shit. I have that all for the record.
Yeah.
It's since been removed. I do possess all the original screenshots. If you'd like me to share them back at you in Discord, I'd be more than happy to do so.
Yeah, like that was a
But apparently Jade was having a rough time of things for a moment there, and he was not only pimping cuts, but he gave up
like wholesale fucking everything.
Well, you know, anybody who's been watching the GrowTube team has seen the new chilled LEDs, right? That are like floating around for Ocean Grown. Ninja's got one. Vader's got one. Shrimp's got one. I think Nerd's got one. Those new chill LED. I think the entire Titan squad and most of the Jelly squad got some sort of module from Chilled. Well, Jade got one too and put it up for sale.
Yeah. Still in the box.
Yeah, like haven't even run it. Never went up. And yeah. So, and that kind of I mean, the cuts and seeds and stuff that he was offering. I mean, he was offering access to, I believe, the new cross from Ninja, the banana one.
Dude, he was offering that.
It's not even named.
Like, cuts to the moms.
Yeah. Yeah. I screenshotted all that. I saved it for posterity because I saw that when it popped up and was like,
oh, he was
Jade
offering
happens.
cuts of the Granddaddy Purple / Ninja Fruit.
Yeah.
I tried getting. You remember we were trying to get cuts of that like a year ago?
Yes, I still am in contact with him. Like, he's not too far from me. See, that's the thing is like the whole Ocean Grown crew is all scattered over SoCal. So several of these guys are like within a short drive of me. Jade's probably the closest, like to where I live.
I'm pretty sure Shrimp is out in Colorado with fucking what's his name, Paul and the Lumberjack. So I think that's what
Sure.
Yeah, that's drama, man. I just logged on and I saw like Ninja like melting down on him. I was like, oh, uh-oh. Some shit's not going well. Okay, let's see if I can get the Wi-Fi working here. Okay, you want to go outside, Brooke? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Huh. Duber, I think we lost you. I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear any audio from you.
I'm on mute.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. I actually, I have a mute button that's not the mute button up here because I'm wearing the fucking headset. So every once in a while, like when I just coughed a moment ago, I'll smash the mute button so I'm not coughing at everybody's faces. But then it doesn't show my icon up top as like muted.
Okay, I thought I was just lagging.
Oh yeah, totally. Mischief Mike, I live in a trailer park in the most beautiful spot in the world, and yeah, you could totally like roll out here and pull up a fucking trailer for $485 a month and plug in, and you could live here. You too could live in Duber's yard.
Where it snowed this morning.
There's still a little on the ground out there. Ms. Mardoober got called in early to work, and I was like, oh, damn, honey, I don't want to drive the freaking tits truck out in this kind of weather.
Snowing out there?
It snowed this morning, yeah. It was
like,
what was it, 22 this morning when I started the stream?
Damn.
I went outside and looked at the weather right before we started and freaking was talking to the guys in Discord. And yeah, it was like 22 degrees.
Damn.
That's what you told me it was.
Yeah, it was like 20 this morning, but then it had like, you know how it has the real feel or like real temp or whatever. It was like feels like 11.
Feels like fuck this shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I always got to get up and run out and set up a hot Norwegian Frog. You're so savvy. If I set up a hotkey, I could totally do that. But I don't know. We just bounced back to Hangouts this morning. We've been doing Discord for the last couple of weeks, and
this seems like this is working better for video streaming.
I think it works really well.
It works a whole lot better than that shit.
I knew you were going to say that, UCG. I freaking knew you were going to chime in.
Yep.
That was rough yesterday.
That shit was like a static radio.
It was rough on me. I was like, dude, I was under so much stress trying to get that shit to work with the OBS and Discord and oh my god. Then we switched to Hangouts and I was like, oh shit, that was easy. Why didn't we do this first?
Well, yeah. Yeah. That's what I get.
We are gonna get that figured out, and we are gonna try to use that again because the way you can set it up and the ease of use and access is so much better than Hangouts. Actually,
it really is. Like, I like certain things about Hangouts, but at the same time, like, Discord's a way better server for just chat in general.
And privacy.
Like you say, Duber, if they had the stability and the connectivity that Hangouts has, it'd be way better.
Yes, the great thing that Discord has is its privacy. It's not as great for connectivity, I think, unless you're using simply the voice channels. When we try and use the Discord video channel is when I notice that we have, like when we go into the DM conversation and try and host the stream from there, that's where I think the issues lie, is in trying to get Discord to force video, which it doesn't want to do.
Yeah, the other night, Apprentice and I were hanging out and smoking together, and
see, Norwegian.
Every time I would try to go video, it would break up a little bit, and otherwise, as long as we just stayed in voice, hell, it was good.
Norwegian Frog, you need to come get over in our Discord. I'm gonna drop a new link just to make sure, because Norwegian Frog's over here trying to freaking. I mean, like, he's got the knowledge. He's over here like, well, why not just set up custom browser setting for OBS? I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just brand new to OBS. I don't know how it works. So I threw a Discord link up there. Norwegian Frog, come, yeah.
He can be our resident IT guy.
Come join the chat over there. We're more than willing to listen to any advice you got. I know freaking you've been around forever since the beginning. Don't click it, Frog. It won't work. Every link for me comes up dead. You have to copy paste. I don't know why the hell that is like that in freaking YouTube.
I don't know. Even your Hangouts links weren't working.
Really?
I'm gonna put a link up that will actually work, guys.
On that bolts or nothing.
How come I can't
Give me a
post?
second.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to do a million things.
Okay, so the link should work, but what's happening is you're going to actually have to, like, Control-C, Control-V, fucking copy-paste for some fucking reason. Or is that did I just link the wrong one? I might have linked the wrong one. Yeah, I think I just linked everybody back to freaking GrowTube. They're already all in that.
I got it. I'm about to throw it up here. Hold on a second. Just have patience.
Help me link shit. No, I don't know, because, like, sometimes my freaking... Yeah, sometimes my links are dead anyway for some reason in YouTube chat, like on the reg, and I don't understand it at all, but it is what it is.
Hold on a second, I'm about there. Give my stuff a second to catch up, man.
Oh, that's him. He's banging away. That's his keyboard, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it gets you to mute when you start banging. See, mine doesn't do that. Someone take link abilities away from me. Yeah, just have a Rickroll video and post that every time. Yeah, for real.
There's what?
My favorite one was when Rick actually Rickrolled the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. That was some fucking epic shit.
Mardoober,
I think he was on a Sesame Street float.
I need a wrench as science.
What?
I need a wrench as science. I logged in under science.
Oh, then you have to say, or I have to, hold on, I have to pop out participants. I can find you. No, it doesn't show you.
Hold on.
Say something. Say something in chat. Clickety clack, clickety clack.
It did. Click.
There it is. I will give
There's Fumador. What up, Fumador?
Add moderator. There you go. You are now moderated. Hold on,
Okay,
I gotta turn on the light in here. It's getting dim. Getting dim in the Doober Den. It's freaking cold in here too. I almost broadcast from the goddamn bedroom.
There's the Discord link, guys.
There's a living link to Discord. Since all my links come up dead, try
that one. If that one doesn't work,
that's funny because now you and Doobie have the same freaking like logo now. Now Doobie, you got to change your logo. I made you one, didn't I?
Yeah, Doobie. What's up with that, man? Why don't you change your logo, bro?
I'm just.
There's no logo. It's bueno.
But yeah, y'all are all welcome to join us over in Discord. We have a bot that levels you, so you are required to say something if you join.
Yeah, you got to start chatting and stuff, and just
you got to pay your dues.
You got to pay your dues before you get to level up. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There you go. We got the bot. Meeseeks will tell you.
You paid how much for your logo, Mischief Mike? $180? Why? Why did you pay for it, bro?
For what?
He paid $180 for his logo. It's what he just said in chat.
Yep.
Oh, well, if at a graphic arts place, yeah, you pay somebody to do that shit.
I see. I didn't know. I'm sorry.
Yep. That's a benefit of being in a community, is that you get the community benefits, man. And it just so happens that Duber's pretty good. Duber's pretty good with a Photoshop.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I want to get me some slaps.
Well, I got the link for those slaps too, dude.
Yeah, I've still got it. You sent it to me once.
I've still got it.
But so, like, if I go to get my slaps, what do I do? Just say, okay, I get with them and I say I want like 500, and then what? Email them that logo, like that's my artwork.
You just shoot them the same PNG file that I shot you, and they'll fucking and if you want, they'll send you a proof. So that it takes an extra few days because they got to send it first one back to you, or whatever, but they'll send you a proof too, so that you can see if you like how it came out.
Oh yeah, I would want to see it. Yeah. So, but yeah, okay. I was kind of wondering about that.
Or if you wanted to do a different one, they do die cut too. So like I could do one that's like your little dude.
Right.
You know what I mean? Dude. Without the whole like circle thing.
Yeah.
Or with,
I think I want some round ones.
Colors.
I think I just want some round ones of the orange one and the blue one, and about the size of a mammoth pea.
There's a reason why I go with the format I do when creating these logos, and it's because that's what format forces on almost every kind of social media is into a little fucking 400 pixel by 400 pixel round. That's what they're asking for. You know what I mean? So
that's what everybody's avatar is, ain't it?
Yeah. So you make them that size, and then they slap in real easy, and shit doesn't get trimmed out when you put it on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. You know what I mean?
Later, Mike.
Hey, I found out the source of my power failure.
Oh, sweet. They're gonna fix that pole?
So yeah, they still got line laying on the ground and a fucking half of a phone pole stuck to another one. And so apparently a truck tried to make the corner, a semi, and drug the trailer across the goddamn phone line, or power pole, and broke it.
Jesus.
And then kept going, and because it surged on my end, it surged 2 or 3 times, and I'm told by my brother that was every time the guy was trying to grab another gear. So,
oh God.
Yeah, what a dumbass. So anyway, yeah, it's holding up production.
How bad?
Literally.
Son of a.
So there's nothing left to do but sit around and smoke weed and wait on the lights to come back on.
There you go. Rolling up, lock one up. I gotta check out that sticker app.
I just put the heat on it.
Put the heat on it.
Yeah, that looks about the same as the. Huh. Hey, check them out. I just clicked on that link that frickin' Norwegian Frog put up. That's cool shit. Yeah, I've been using a company called Rock a Monkey out of Texas. I don't know where are these guys out of. Free shipping to USA and Canada, so I'm guessing they're somewhere in the USA and Canada area.
How you doing today, Doobie? Over there in chat, Mr. Doobie 2.
That's the weirdest. Okay, so you click on the About Us, and it says Sticker App was born when a printing company met a Swedish web designer in 2011. As part of Stickers That Stick LLC, we have more than 9 years in the business of printing custom stickers. All of our materials, machine staff, and perfectly managed. And it doesn't say anything about where they're at or what they do. What about the contact us? Does it actually go somewhere? Or just internet land? No mailing address. I don't know. They've got good prices. I hope they're not made in China. I'll check them out. I always like to know. Yeah, but I always like to know Stuff's done. There's a reason why I use that sticker company that I did use for a while, was just because they were based in Texas, and I was like, close enough. And they're cool with like any kind of like ridiculous stickers. There's local places I know out here, but like they want higher runs. Their deal is they'll do stickers as freaking runs as low as like 20 stickers or whatever, which is great if you're not looking to freaking drop hundreds and hundreds of dollars on a freaking run of stickers. Because a lot of companies want you to run like a minimum of 1,000 or 100 or 250 or something. You know what I mean? There's going to be some fairly large minimum that's going to make you end up spending, you know, $150 to $250 on a run of stickers. Whereas, you know, these other companies, you can drop $20 or, you know, $15 or whatever and get a run of stickers.
So 500 would be a lot.
What do you mean?
Like like my logo there. That's 1, 2. That's 4 colors. Would that cost a lot?
No, everything almost comes in full color, no matter where. The vinyl stickers that they make are all full color, so it doesn't really matter how many colors you use. It's going to be size of the vinyl sticker that determines the price. Is it 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, 3x5? Yeah, how big do you want your sticker?
You know those round ones that come with a memory. That's I'd like to have about that size.
That's a 3x3.
Yeah, something like that. That'd be great.
I don't know if I have a Mammoth P sticker. Yeah. I got one in this jar.
Oh, yeah.
One of them.
You're throwing a bunch of slaps in the giveaway, right?
Yeah. I'm working on a collection.
Sweet.
I'm working on a collection.
Awesome. I think we're all going to probably have some slaps by the time we actually do the giveaway. So
and that's the plan as well. We're hoping to collaborate on some channel team stickers.
Some science.
Got to pay attention to your branding. Got to grow in the green world. Yeah, but think of them as business cards. So don't like, I mean, if you want to get 500 stickers, think of it as how long would it take you to get rid of 500 business cards?
This is true.
It depends.
I mean, now once you got a booth or a service or something where you're like, selling stuff. Now this is something I wanted to discuss too. I got plans to release soon a curing jar, like those freaking humidometers in jar.
The one
I've seen them on my channel, like the one I did in my giveaway, like the one I sent Ghost.
Yeah, I love that.
So,
thing, man.
I think people would totally pay like freaking $10 a pop for those, and that would be a fair price to get. It would cost me about $3 to make one, plus my time, and I figure I could make 100% on selling jars, and that it would still be a reasonable rate to like charge people to get a cool piece of tech. I seen people out there charging 15 or 20 for just the humidistats on the lids. That like it's just a lid with a humidistat on it, and you pop that on. But I don't know, I kind of like the ones I got. So keep an eye out. I will be putting together a project here real soon. I'll probably put it up on my Patreon.
You could also do. You could sell like different size jars, but you could also just sell like just the lids.
Yeah, but I don't. That's the deal. Is they already got companies that are doing these that are just the lids.
Oh, okay.
And that's cool, but I don't like the way that they're joined to the lids, and the way that I do it, I use the glass swing top jars so that the humidistat is inside the jar rather than there being a hole cut through the lid.
Oh, okay.
You see what I mean? So I like that kind of design better, so that the humidistat's sealed inside the jar instead of being on. Because every other one that I've seen, it's always punched through the lid with the, because the lids are foil, so like you can't see through it. Yeah. So I have a really good source for these. Like, I don't know. This is my favorite size. And I'm all out, dude. I'm like, I cut down everything and everything's like gone. I'm like so out of smoke. All I've got is empty jars. It's a sad, sad scene. Nothing but wax and empty jars around here. But I got a really good source locally for these, which is a like 2.5, 3-quart Mason style with a swing top, a silicone seal, and a clear glass lid. So I feel
That's
like,
what
you
they
know,
call a decanter.
yeah, I mean, that's a nice with a swing top and a jar that's big enough for a grown man to stick your fist all the way in.
Yeah.
Bigger even than the wide mouth. Like I got a wide mouth ball here next to that. This is your standard. There they are side by side. There's your standard ball quart.
Yeah.
Wide mouth. And there's this one. So it's like a 2 and some change quart. It's nice size.
Every now and again, I need some of those.
You can fit like a UP in there. Yeah. It's longer, it's taller, it's wider, and it's got this neat little chalkboard so that you can write whatever your strain is or whatever on there and then wipe it off and reuse it. Real easy. And then I mount the humidistats. I have one in the other room with one in it, but I mount the humidistats in the lid so that they're actually sealed inside the jar so that you actually get an accurate reading without having a leaky spot where the...
Sorry, guys. I had to step away for a minute. Santa Claus showed up.
It wasn't me, right?
No.
With the beard?
No. Dude, if you saw me, I look like a fat Pedro.
Oh, really? Your beard's got me whooped?
Dude, my beard is probably bigger than Pedro's, actually.
Well, this is my 3-month beard. Like, literally, I think today is 3 months since I shaved it.
Yeah, I'm
pretty
3
beastly.
years in. Since I got divorced, I said, I'm growing a beard. Ever since.
Yeah, I just started. Like, I literally was clean shaven as of last November 20th. So, like 3 months, damn near to the day.
Inline fan and my carbon filter and my hose and all that stuff for the for my drying room.
How's it going, your boy?
Nice. Separate drying room.
Yeah, 5
with
foot
filtration.
by 7 foot with filtration.
Jesus
control, humidity control. Well, I mean, we spent too much time growing it to waste the. And not dry and cure, right?
I never even bothered to ask. Green Diamonds, do you have a YouTube?
I do, but I don't put anything on there. I haven't put anything on there.
So go.
I don't know anything about all that.
Okay, for those of y'all in chat and whatnot, it's I'm gonna see if I can type this right. It's at Green Diamonds _ EST _ 2015. Yes.
2015. Instagram, yeah.
2 underscores.
One underscore.
Oh, just between Green Diamonds and Est.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I'm just telling chat how to check you out, because if you don't have a YouTube that we can like link your channel to through here, then like everybody's got Instagram. So I just threw your Instagram handle in chat. So because what you got going on is really impressive. I for somebody who's as kind of new to this as the rest of us are, because I mean, unless you've been running like black market for decades, like Loki or something,
this is.
Then we're all kind of new to this officially, legally,
right?
You know what I mean?
Right.
And while we have had some experience as far as dealing with it in the new modern corporate mindset and availability of methodology and techniques and equipment to control every part of our environment, I'm really impressed by your setup and the way you have absolutely maximized the amount of yield you can get out of you're really pushing that grams per square foot versus grams per watt.
Right.
Exactly. I was telling you that this morning, Green Diamonds, how impressive your shit really is. Your shit is clean.
Doobie 2 put a clickable link in there, because I can't put clickable links in there.
Because Doobie rocks.
Yeah,
Doobie's awesome, man.
I appreciate it. I started just from the beginning. The biggest piece of advice that I needed was, and I never got it, and I figured it out on my own, was you got to figure out what you're starting with, as far as if you're going to grow indoor. And what is your environment like before you put the first light in there, before you put the first plant, before you do anything? What's it starting with? If it's already got shitty conditions, you can't plant something in there and expect it to be right. So, we learn through trial and error and
observation, and documentation. It's not just trial and error. The thing that separates the people that really have a passion for doing good things is the close watching, the checking all the signs of anything, close observation. Get a microscope, get a magnifying glass, whatever you got to get. If you really care about it, you're really in there looking at things, and then you're documenting everything you find and everything you do, and you have a set methodology.
Right.
I got all my shit lined out in like Google calendars, and all like notifications will pop off on my phone for lights on, lights off, time to spray, time to freaking harvest, time. This one's been this many weeks. This one time for a res change. I set all that shit up in there, and then my phone just tells me regularly when it's time to do things.
Yeah,
reminds me.
Fortunately, have my girl she's amazing. She keeps me on track. She keeps us organized.
She's
got a whiteboard that is.
Women are so good at that.
Meticulously done up. I mean, we just wanted to make it so that it was at least user friendly. My goal is to, with Miss Mardoober and I, is we'd really like to homestead a place and try to do a legal 24 plant medical outdoor grow kind of near where we live, but not here. We're looking to score some property, and instead of doing like the brown guy thing where you just do a bajillion, we found some nice cheap 5-acre parcels where I can give the guy a few thousand down and a few hundred a month and have 5 acres of land, and then start homesteading on it and do a legal 24 plant medical grow there, where it's just me and the missus and our 2 medical licenses, and see how many. I mean, you're talking about getting a pound of plant in an indoor setting. Imagine the ability to start in April and finish in October or November. Oh, yeah.
and get some real fucking. I mean, my brother's grown. He got busted a couple years ago. He's in the hospital right now, actually, with the Rooster's Glass. If y'all check out on Instagram, but he got busted with some giants. I mean, 16, 20 footers. I mean, that's not uncommon in the area where I'm at for the outdoor grows to get busted for having too many of these 20 footers. And I think that if you kept it within legal limit and informed, I really think it's important to go in and talk to the sheriff's department and stuff first and be like, okay, so here's the deal. This is where we're at. This is what we're doing. We're going to comply fully with everything. We're only doing this many. You're welcome to come and check it out. You know what I mean? We're also going to be raising goats or, doing something. I mean, it's not all we're doing with the property, but we are going to be doing this. So when y'all fly over with the helicopters or whatever, you don't have to wonder what's in that greenhouse. We'll let you know right now before you got to come knock on the door. And if you'd like to come visit, just let us know. You can come by anytime.
I agree. It's a dream. I'd love to be able to grow outside. Can't do it where I'm at. So we're making the best of it. And
we're all pushing forward. I tell you what, the moment is nigh for either full decriminalization and legalization across. What really needs to happen is not so much legalization across the country, but we need a decriminalization. Simply the declassification is all it really needs. They just need to reschedule it. It doesn't have to have anything to do with, because that's the only law that's holding it up is an FDA regulation. You're fucking kidding me, right? You're telling me the only thing that freaking keeps, states from interacting with each other on a, level for cannabis is the fact that there's a FDA regulation that says that this is a Schedule 1 controlled substance. That's the only thing. There's no you can't show any other law. There's not any other federal law against it. It's just considered this kind of substance, which happens to make it illegal.
Right.
That's an FDA regulation. They're telling us they can't change that. Bullshit. I mean, they could if they wanted to, and it wouldn't change anything. Instead, they're trying to keep this avenue open so that they can force the states to set up corporate cannabis ventures of their own, so that at the point that it does fall, it's already in the hands of the man.
Right.
You know what I mean? They want to already have full control by the time the FDA lets go. The FDA doesn't want to let go of that regulation until they feel secure that they can enforce their power upon it, now that it comes to them to regulate it as a Schedule 2. Now it's a Schedule 2. Now it's legal for medical use everywhere. At least, you know, and if you want to go recreational, that's up to your state. But if it was Schedule 2, it would be legal or medically everywhere. And that's the important part, is that anybody that has conditions that cannabis would aid in would be able to use it, at least, you know, without any fear of federal repercussion. And the FDA is scared to shit that we can do this in our own fucking closets and backyards and basements and shit, and they can't control it. And until they feel secure that they can, they're not going to let that regulation pass. It's not like, it's funny. I was like, oh, the president can't leave. I'm like, it's not up to the president. It's an FDA thing. And sure, the president could tell the FDA to do it, or they'd fire him or whatever. You know what I mean? Sure, because it's an appointed position. But it's really an FDA thing. And the FDA is going to suggest to the president, no, we can't control this, so we don't want to reclassify it. This would kill Big Pharma, and that's what the FDA cares about, because that's where the fucking money comes from. It's from pharma lobby. So if their money's coming from Big Pharma, then frickin' why would they want to reschedule cannabis? No incentive.
Saves us a lot of money, costs them a lot.
Yep. And that's what scares the shit out of them. So, what's coming is, instead, we're going to get to the point where all the freaking states kind of figure out their own wiggle out. And instead of Big Pharma, what they were hoping to happen was to capitalize on all these interests. They're going to find out that, like, because different states took it in different ways, that in some places, yes, and in some places, not so much. And, you know what I mean? It's really, there's going to be a lot of wobble across the board in how different states look at cannabis. You know what I mean? Look at Florida, where, like, you know, you're not supposed to have any flowers.
That's dumb.
Look at you know what I mean? Like, oh, you can have anything except actual pot. There's other states. New Hampshire was looking at that too, where they wanted just edibles. You know what I mean?
Dude, that would piss me off because I'm pretty positive I'm immune to edibles. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
humidors.
Never had anything.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, and the legal. Yeah, let's not forget not only Big Pharma, but the legal. It
was like
the other legal lobbies, like booze and cigarettes. You know, they want you to medicate. Because what it really is that the people that like to self-medicate tend to be lower to middle class. You know what I mean? That don't have the money to go out and have vacations every weekend, you know what I mean, or every couple of months or whatever. They're the kind of people who want to go home and drink a few beers or smoke a joint or whatever, and like kind of self-medicate to ease the pain of the work a day. And they don't want to see your blue collar average freaking work-a-day Joes taking care of their own medication, and possibly even, like we were talking about, making livings off cannabis instead of day jobs. Instead of being blue collar guys, now they're turning their own job. They're becoming entrepreneurs and learning to grow cannabis for themselves and their communities. And while they're not trying to like blow up in some kind of big rain of fucking cup winning fevers, they're serving a clientele that feels like they're being underrepresented in their communities because of certain state laws, while still kind of staying in a legal-ish, air, so that you're not doing anything that's going to send you to freaking prison for years, but you might be pushing the limits of what the, state really intended you to do.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, you always got to push the limits a little bit.
And that's how we're going to normalize this. We got to show them that we're just regular freaking six-pack Joe blue collar guys living our lives, doing our thing. We're not a threat to anybody. We're just going to keep to ourselves and keep to our own communities. We're not going to come in here and try and like sell your freaking teenagers drugs.
No, fuck no. Like, and it's not like, you know, pot makes you like violent. It's not like we, you know, smoke weed and go beat our wives. Like
yeah, nobody's doing a whole lot of harm. I mean, they've done countless studies that said that, you know, potheads are safer drivers and, you know, it can improve temper and replace psycho meds. You know, people are taking freaking medication for you know, psych
like
problems and instead, or, you know, or pain meds.
It would be like literally putting the whole country on antidepressants, man. Like everyone would like so much more.
Yep. Like the fucking Cheech and Chong at the fucking Roxy, man. Where the fucking like the van catches fire and it's like fucking in, everybody's just looking like having a great ass time. All of a sudden the shitty music sounds really great.
Triple X says he smokes weed and beats his wife all the time.
Oh yeah,
with his penis.
With his penis. Some wiener beatings. Yeah. Exactly. No. CVS doesn't sell your teenager drugs. 420 Deadhead Man 420. Thanks for showing up, by the way. Freaking your teenagers' friends steal them out of their parents' medicine cabinets because their parents are taking freaking prescription pills instead of smoking pot.
Oh yeah.
I don't get why prescription pills are people's first choice because like pot literally plant that grows out of the ground. A prescription pill, just even off the get-go is like, you know, we had to science that shit.
It's garbage.
But prescription pills are the first thing that gets chucked at you that's addictive in a lot of people's lives.
That's right.
If everything else missed you, if you didn't get hit with alcohol or cigarettes or, you know, freaking sex or any other addiction that the fucking corporate world wants to sell you, if you didn't get caught by any of that trap and you missed that, you sprained your ankle, the doctor got you.
Yeah, see, like,
you know what I mean? Like, if you escape somehow. Oh, Ghost went to hyperspace for a minute. Repeat on that, Ghost.
Sorry,
you went to hyperspace.
I said I just don't get why, like, some people are so willing to turn to pills and stuff like as their first alternative.
They trust the
doctor.
Not
necessarily.
So, like,
Yeah, they trust the doctor.
Oh yeah, man, I got a headache. I just need to eat some lettuce. Like, people would do that way before they, you know, take like a bunch of like, hey man, I got some fucking, you know, chemicals and compounds and I mixed them together in a fucking lab, and now I got this little pill here. You should, you know, it's got like a shitload of side effects, but you should take this over that lettuce that is just, you know, a plant. What the shit, man? People are dumb. I mean, yeah, like scientists are definitely doing amazing things with, you know, creating some of the medicines that they do. But at the same time, man,
it's not so much that people are dumb. They're freaking misled. You know what I mean? This is what they're sold. If it wasn't, and this is what comes of, I hate to say it, the root of all that, why prescription drugs are the last trap to catch anybody, is because we have private practice medicine in this country, in the United States especially. That kind of problem is far less prevalent in other countries. I don't know, Norwegian Frog, you got everybody taking freaking prescription pills over in freaking Scandinavian country? No. I mean, the deal is when the government is giving out the freaking and paying the bill, they're not going to freaking provide any kind of services that don't fucking make money, you know what I mean? Or aren't cost effective to their own people who fucking hire and fire their own fucking, you know, yeah, no, man. It's because they make money at it.
Yeah, like it's just so dumb. Like, I mean, yeah, they're
like the small tubes is saying drug doctor is a drug dealer in a white coat, and that's exactly how it is that they're sanctioned to do that, and because of the way the freaking system is structured, it's more advantageous to them to use, just like it would be more advantageous to a cannabis grower to use a well-known nutrient line, because then there's more chance that nutrient line would recognize you and then offer you some kind of like compensation for using their nutrients.
Yep.
Same parallel there. You know what I mean? If you're a doctor and you freaking prescribe more of a certain company's drugs, they're more likely to freaking offer you a cruise
vacation to Hawaii.
Yeah. Oh, well, damn, look at that. I sold that much Ambien, and freaking all of a sudden, you know, they're like, hey, would you like to go to the Bahamas? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's funny, man. Like, it cracks me up, man. Like, it's a fucking plant that grows out of the ground, and even there's been whispers that it has all these medical properties. Like, well, why
Whispers.
the fuck wouldn't you just
There's
try
been
it?
white papers
It's
now.
a
I mean, it's
fucking
gotten to the
plant.
point now where
Oh,
there's far more than whispers.
Yeah, no, that's what
There's
I'm
white
saying.
paper
Like,
sign
even
it
if there's
off.
whispers, like, why would you not? If there was whispers that tomatoes cured cancer,
Mills pays the
wouldn't you be like, maybe I should eat some more tomatoes? Like,
humidor. Mills pays the bills. The bills for more mills. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah, totally. Get in with a freaking company that's willing to freaking like suck you off for sure, and they'll freaking like provide likewise service. Why not? Same thing with the freaking doctors. We got to really work hard in our communities to protect cannabis and make sure that anybody who wants to grow however they want to grow isn't freaking excluded because of some small-minded bullshit.
Right. Everybody has the right to do whatever the hell they want to do.
It's a plant.
yeah.
You try and
regulate. Look at it. It freaks me out that I go, oh my god.
Hey,
sometimes you stop and think about it. It's like, wow.
If they want to get in with Monsanto, we got to be careful because Monsanto knows how to deal with plants.
Oh shit! You're cracking me up today, Mardoober. Damn.
Oh, whatever, dude. If they can't copyright it, they can freaking kill it with some Roundup for sure, dude.
Dude, that would be the ultimate cop-out. Everyone would automatically hate us so much if we got sponsored by Monsanto as they're fucking into the weed community. Yeah, we're here with Monsanto Genetics.
Yeah, why not?
Of science, people would fucking hate us.
Oh,
no, guys, Monsanto is really not that bad.
That would be
literally the devil, but they pay good.
But they pay good. They gave us $10,000 for this episode. Look at our new microphones.
It's a lot easier to deal with my lack of self-respect if I drive this Ferrari.
I'd have a Maserati.
Yeah.
You see those all the fucking time. Yeah, Funerals Roundup OG. That's my favorite. That's my new fucking strain. We should figure that one out.
No,
Roundup
we got to
OG.
figure that one out. Roundup OG. Beautiful humidor. He's doing dabs. Careful, Mr. Mardoober.
Somehow, though, if Monsanto gets a hold of this, they're going to find a way to take herb from curing cancer to causing it.
I agree.
Yep.
Abso-fucking-lutely guarantee they're going to find a way to make it kill people. Nobody in the history of everdom has died from an overdose of pot until Monsanto gets their fucking hands on it. Somehow that shit's going to start killing people.
True facts, man.
I guarantee it.
Dude, fucking Humidor is on fire over here. He's like Roundup Chem Corn live resin. That's funny. Oh, yeah. That's fucking great, dude. That's what's coming. That's what's coming if we're not careful.
Dude, it's going to be there.
A ton of it fell on you. It could kill you. No shit. Hit it if you got it. Smoke them if you got them, boys.
Ooh. See, that one was nice. It was really low temp and terpy. That was super piney.
You're not smoking herb? How come you're not smoking a joint?
I'm out of herb. I mean, I've got like a little bit.
Oh,
yeah, man.
You got rid of all your herb.
Oh, man. Same boat as me.
I'm out.
Dude.
I'm out, homie, and I got nothing in. Well, I got that one Poison OG that was out in the freaking weather, but I got nothing in flower. Flower starts today. Today is day 1. So I'm like literally 9 weeks from anything.
Damn. Dude,
I need to flip, but I can't.
Same boat as me, buddy.
Yeah.
But hey, at least you're in California.
Monsanto Mendo Kush.
Yeah, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, dude, for real. I mean,
ooh, imagine all the Monsanto names. You could have the Manster mash, as in like Monsanto and like who knows what else mashed together.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could go there.
Monsanto.
Well, they already got the GMO. You can make.
Dude, just call it burn because like
Ninja fruit number 2. Awesome.
It's gonna have come with warning labels about how you should wear gloves and avoid skin contact because it could be dangerous and give you a poison control number. If you get it in your eye, poison control.
But
the big step is when you start suing people for breeding with it.
Yeah.
Did you license our Monsanto genetics?
I'm telling you, man. It's coming. It's coming.
No Monsanto pollen allowed.
Well, they just
did it drift into your neighbors? And we'll just target random people, and we'll accuse them. We'll find some dispensary that's got bag seed, and we'll be like, "Oh, you got pollinated. We'll do DNA testing. You got pollinated. We'll just throw these crazy lawsuits at them, and that's how you make your name. You go in there, and
they're going to be
suing every dispensary that you found a seed in, and be like, "That's Monsanto pollen. You can't prove it's not."
Oh, that's nasty. Nasty. It's going to be all flowers, and if you try to pollinate them, they're all just going to die.
They could do it. It's possible.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's fucking possible.
Oh, OMC Triple X. How is the freaking smell on that Pineapple Express too, dude? Because I got a couple of those, dude, and one of them, it smells like fucking sick, dude, like meat. Like it's crazy. Yeah, it's good. It's a good smell, like deep, skunky, meaty smell. It's good.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Oh, yours is sweet? No, mine's sour. I got a sour one, and I like it.
I'm going to wear trademarks and be able to prove
I'm happy with that.
Oh, my God.
And flower starts today on that Pineapple Express for me. So I'm like 9 weeks. I don't know. How long did you take yours? I got to wait for OMC Triple X to hear that because it's going to take a minute. Dude, I love meaty stuff.
I'm ready
I love meaty shit.
Grab some coffee, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. I could totally use a refill on coffee. See, this is what I loved about OBS was being able to be like, okay, let's go take a coffee and pee break in the middle of the show, and we could put music on and whatever.
Maybe UCG.
And I'm sure Norwegian Frog's probably got the answers to it, and we're gonna see him in chat, and he's gonna be like, okay, so do this and do this, and I'm sure he's gonna learn us all. Where is he? I will add him up. Where is he? Oh, dude, is he in here and playing PUBG?
In what?
That's hilarious.
Hey, I got something I want to talk about, Doober.
Huh?
So, yesterday, my new container of recharge came, and before the lights came on this morning, I went to mix up a gallon of it, and normally what I will do is I have my water already pH'd, and I'll pour out like part of the gallon. It's to have room to shake it real good. Well, I put the normal dose that I always put, and honestly, the shit was a lot blacker than it usually is, and it did not foam up, not near as much as it normally does. And I'm wondering,
more kelp in it or what?
I don't know, man. It's just I read the container on the old one and on the new one, and everything word for word is the same as far as the ingredients and the amounts. But nonetheless, it is what it is. It does not foam up. It does not foam up like it. I mean, the other one would foam up.
Was your water temp cold?
No. Oh, no. No, same as always. I mean, it's room temperature.
Check. No, that's fine. You know,
Yeah,
tell me a story. I'm gonna ask you some questions. I'm
oh,
not
I
just.
know. I just because that was the first thing I thought. And I'm like, Jesus, is my water cold? And I go to look, and no, everything was right on point. And it's just strange.
Do you have any of the other one left?
I do. I do. Just a little bit left. And when you look at the two of them, the new looks a lot blacker.
Do you have a sample of the old one you could try running again just to see if it does the same?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I just made some Friday out of the old container, and it done great, like it always does. And just this new just doesn't foam up. I shook the shit out of it, and it just doesn't.
Hit them up on Instagram.
I'm just gonna, I'm gonna either that or I'll send an email into the show that Dude Grows and see what's up with it. See if they have heard of that or have seen that happen before. I mean, I'm sure it can vary from batch to batch.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if it just like ended up having more like kelp and they're trying to cut money, and instead of putting the other stuff in there, they're just kind of like, oh, we'll just top this off with some freaking extra kelp molasses, and it'll help.
Or my batch could have been made on a Friday, real late in the day, or early Monday morning.
one of those batches, huh?
Yeah, somebody only give about half-ass about it. That would be my luck to end up with a shitty one.
So Humidor is saying not foaming up is actually good, and that more black could be more humics. That foaming up isn't so much the microbes, but the saponins and the oils interacting. So there's saponin in recharge as well. I didn't realize there was yucca in there.
That shit has all kind of stuff in it, man. I mean, a bunch of shit.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that like it had as many nutrient kind of. Well, I guess no. So you can't call silica or saponin or anything a plant food ingredient because it doesn't directly affect the plant, but they are taken up through the rhizosphere, so they do have some effect on the plants. So,
thanks, Fumidor. That's actually good to know because I was actually, I've never questioned it. I've always thought it was a really cool.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, good deal. That's good to know. Like I say, I've never questioned it really. I've always thought it was a cool thing. Back when I made teas and shit all the time, that was one of the coolest things about it. Hell, I've had them push the lid off,
Yeah.
And then, but when I seen this not doing what I was used to seeing, it kind of alarmed me a little bit. I'm like, damn, did I get a shitty batch? They went ahead and got it anyway. I wasn't going to waste it.
Well, they may have reduced the amount of something that was causing it to ferment more than multiply.
Right. It actually acted. Check this out. I have had some before in the past, and like say, had a quarter of a gallon left, and then the next day I go to shake it up, and it does foam, but not as much. That's how this new batch is acting. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's like a flat Coca-Cola.
Yeah, a little scum on top.
Right. But here's what I was talking about earlier. I talked with Apprentice about this yesterday. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm kind of cramped for space anyway. So if you've seen any of my videos, to the right-hand side of my flowering girls, there's a table where I kind of do my gardening work as far as transplanting and stuff. And right now I have those purple pies sitting there under that LED. It's just one of those cheap LEDs. And so I think I'm going to pick me a plant, probably going to be one of those Master Kush that I'm pushing out of the stable, and maybe one of those purple pies, who knows. And I'm going to take two of them, set them up there in brand new cocoa and ready to rock. I'm going to put another one of those lights like I sent to Apprentice, and with that other light that's there now, and I'm going to run those two plants right there, flower them right there under those cheap LEDs, and give them recharge, and that's it. My base, I'll give them Canna A and B and recharge, and see what happens.
no Zyme or Boost or
Well,
PK or anything?
obviously the Canazyme and the A and B, but nothing else. Just the recharge, and see what I get. If I start seeing that I'm going to need like a PK boost real bad or something, then I'll give it. But I think I'll see good results.
Hey, OMC Triple X, I gotta say, I'm gonna do you a solid here. I got that. I mean, that Pineapple Express looks awesome, but those purple lights are like, it almost. I'm gonna throw a filter on that for you, man, and I will like see if I can pull that all the way back to natural. I've done it before. I don't know. Check that out, guys. That's the Pineapple Express I'm running right now. But like the light, I'm like, wow, I can't.
It's hard to tell with the perps, ain't it? With the purple light. Yeah. I sent Apprentice my glasses that I had when I was running all the purple. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, I sent him those glasses. They're not Method 7s, but they certainly do help.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with the light. It's just the pictures looking at it. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes, but I'm gonna do you a solid, homie. I'm gonna shoot you back a picture here. I'll tag you on freaking Instagram. I'll do it this afternoon. I will take a couple of these pictures and I will flip them for you so they're not purple anymore.
Well, I'm about to roll up a doobie here, guys. Anybody else got anything they're gonna roll up and smoke or what?
I'll take a dab, but I'm not. Like I said, I got a little flour and I'm saving it for Ms. Mardoober. I'm not trying to get into her stash.
No, I know, not you. I mean anybody else. I know your sits.
Oh,
I want you guys' opinion on something.
Smoke something. Make
Doober, happy. I need your opinion on something, Doober. So at this point, it's coming up on the 3 o'clock, and at this point, if my power comes back on, then I will only have 2.5 hours of light time left. You think it's even worth it?
I wouldn't.
I think I'm also going to let them ride on through until in the morning.
Do you have a breaker that you can just turn off for that leg?
Well, I've got the lights actually unplugged from the timers.
Yeah.
So when it comes back on, I'll go in there, reset my timers, but I just won't plug anything back in until in the morning when it's time for them to come on.
Yeah. Leave it all. Fire back up. Just make sure you check all your timers again in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Awesome's Attic wants to know if any of us have used Nuke Heads.
Nuke Heads what?
Nutrients.
I haven't used any of their stuff, but I've seen some of their products out there.
I've been seeing a lot of people getting. I think they've been sending a lot of people their products to try. I understand you can get seeds from them as well. They've got a seed line, I'm pretty sure, and nutrients as well. But been seeing a lot of people coming on lately on IG and YouTube trying out, another guy trying out Nuke Heads nutrients or somebody else popping Nuke Head seeds.
As far as the nutrients go, from what I have seen and researched, they appear to be very, very much like Green Diamond and I were discussing earlier, like the Grow More, Jack's 321 style stuff. It's a very powdered Miracle Grow. Of course, it goes a long ways, and there's a good value in it, but it's also probably being repackaged at like a 300% markup at least.
Could very well.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I buy a bag of that Grow More, and for a 25-pound bag, it costs me $60 for the veg stuff. So if I put that into 1-pound containers and then sold each 1-pound container for $20, that's a good value for anybody who's like, damn, a pound of nutrients for fucking $20.
Yep.
Right?
Meanwhile, that's still a good value. To the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
Possum. Who's throwing their stuff away, Possum? Sometimes you gotta be smart and go with your gut.
But okay, you can throw everything you want away. That all that proves to me is that you're like a shill. Because anybody who actually fucking like grows will at least like donate their stuff to another grower they know.
Throw it on a shelf.
You know what I mean? Unless something's complete garbage. If you're like not using something anymore, you could tell a homie, hey, I got this. I don't use it anymore. It works great, but I'm in a new kind of program now. But this is how you use it. And you'd lay it on to somebody else. If you're on freaking YouTube telling everybody that like you're throwing your shit away, that just looks douchey to me. I would automatically just freaking be like, walk away. I don't do like the whole thumbs down thing. I'll like a video or I'll leave it. I don't drop thumbs down on people's videos, but like when I see some dumbass out there fucking like doing that kind of shit, I'm just like, yeah, no. That's a no for me, dog.
I hear you. No,
I had a couple of California Lightworks, just veg lights that I picked up from a guy really cheap, and I gave them to a buddy of mine that was trying to figure it out. Yeah. So he uses them for veg, and then I walk him through a build of a DIY line like what I have, just a little version of what I use.
That's my deal. Is anybody who's a good community grower person? I mean, anybody who's a good person and grows and talks to anybody else. The only reason I could assume somebody would like totally throw away something that was grow related.
They didn't have anybody.
They didn't know anyone. But if you're on fucking YouTube and you've got a channel and you're out there like being like, I'm throwing my shit away, dude, you know people. Somebody on your channel would have like loved to have that in a giveaway. You know, when I get donated, that's what where I get giveaway stuff is I get donated free nutrients and shit sometimes from just being at booths or going to shows or go to the hydro shop and they throw me free shit. And I'll be like, okay, well, yeah, I don't necessarily use this in my regime, but I could totally freaking pass it along to another grower that doesn't have the opportunity to just get fucking like free samples of nutrients at their hydro shop. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yep. I found myself sliding yet another light under my bed where I didn't use it anymore. And then I was like, you know what? I know somebody who can use this. And now Apprentice has it.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing. It's like anybody who's in a good spot, freaking. I mean, if you're on YouTube and you got a channel and you've got a following, and there's people out there that are like watching your videos and shit, and a lot of these guys, I'm guessing Possum's Attic, whoever was, or is that who you're saying was throwing shit away? Yeah, Possum's Attic was saying one of the guys he said one of the guys he was watching was throwing everything else away and saying nuke heads and nothing but nuke heads. You know, I love Canna, and I totally, when I first started, tried to mimic Vader as closely as possible, but I spent 2 cycles doing that, and then I started fucking wandering, and it happens. You know what I mean? And not that I don't like, I didn't learn a lot from it and don't enjoy a lot of Canna's products and recommend them to any new grower that's like starting out and just wants to get good results with no thinking. You just mix like it says to on the bottle, and everything will 100% come out the same all the time. And it's one of the few bottled nutrients out there that I would like 100% just be like, yeah, I mean, it's worth it if you can afford it, and like does a great job if you have no idea what you're doing. But you're going to start fucking with it. You're like, if you start working with it for a while.
I've arrived at what I use. My flour mix is quite simple, and it's part Canna and part Soul. I don't use the whole line of it either. I picked out certain things that I like. And I was talking with Apprentice yesterday. Right now I'm in a position where I'm good on the rest of this grow, but before I can start another one, I need to re-up on the Soul Big Swell, and as well as a product that they call HP2, which is just a pure calcium supplement. And the third thing that I use of theirs is Peak, and that is, they call it Peak, but it's their PK boost, and Canna A and B and Cannazyme, and that's what I run and flour with. Well, now I'm out of those 3 Soul products. Well, actually 2 of them, and just about out of the other one. And so I was looking around, and for a quart bottle, is the smallest I can get, is like $33 for the Big Swell. Well, fuck, man, at my hydro store, what they call a player pack, which is the entire line, quart bottles of the entire line, I can get for $40. Yeah. So But here again, do I just go ahead and buy the
That's what they're hoping you do.
one bottle? But see, I've already got one of those. Actually, two of those player packs. All the other shit that I don't use is building up in the fucking cabinet in there.
If Lefty was here, he'd be saying the same shit about Fox Farms. Fox Farms has this whole fucked up thing where they sell their shit in like quart bottles, right? So you'd think, okay, so they should be fairly evenly matched, right? And you're like, oh, all right. No, they're like way the fuck off. Like you use a shit ton of this one and like hardly any of that one and like a immediate amount of this one. You know what I mean? So like you just have to, and then you find yourself in that situation where they got some kind of like promotion going on where you buy the whole fucking wing ding and it's like, and then you end up with like extra bottles of shit and then you end up giving it away to movies and shit because you're like, well, fuck. Here, you're gonna have to go get yourself some other stuff. Home. Yay!
Oh wait, let me make sure everything's okay. Yes.
Wait,
okay.
No, don't plug anything back in.
Oh no, I'm not. I'm just making damn sure that I didn't like inadvertently turn on any lamp lights or any of that dumb shit in there. Yeah, I'm gonna make damn sure. Now my veg, I'm gonna let run. My veg closet, I'm gonna let it run.
Once the lights are back on, right?
As far as the flowering girls, I'm just gonna let them go until tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
so,
I would.
These guys are going crazy in chat about lighting.
Yes, they are.
So and Blue Planet nutrients, which is another topic that I'm totally freaking willing to like get on too, because Possum Daddick said he's doing well with new Blue Planet. Green Diamonds and I were talking earlier that like he's sure everybody would come out with the freaking pitchforks, but he likes to rock freaking Advance. You know what I mean? And I roll freaking Bromore nowadays for the most part. I've been fucking around with a little Veg Plus Bloom, which is essentially a very similar style to like Bromore or Jax 321. So, I think the more simple the nutrients are that you give them, and then the more complex the microbial and, natural, the closer you can mimic a natural soil environment, as far as growing in some sort of solid medium. Now, Green Diamonds is rocking in DWC, so of course it's got to be
right.
That's the thing is,
and he's also rocking his own DIY light system, is what they're talking about. Cobs and stuff
it's
now in
Cobs
chat.
too. Exactly. So while quantum boards and stuff are dominating, Cobs still work great, and they're actually becoming now with the price point on them, Veros like the ones that I'm sure Green Diamond probably paid more for them when he got his, but like the same Cobs that he's got are going for actually a substantially lower price. I think they're going for like $18 or $20 now.
Yeah, I got mine worth like 23 a piece.
Yeah, they were like 25, and I hear they're down under 20 now. If you go through like Alibaba or whatever, you can get them for like 18 or 19 bucks a piece. You know what I mean? So like they've come down substantially. They still do a great job. That's the thing, the kind of trap with LEDs, the especially the lighting companies really want to get you into, is thinking that like there's always got to be an upgrade. That what you got is the newest, hottest shit. It's kind of like the computer world or the video game world. Their goal is to sell you a new module before your module actually needs replacing because of some new feature they've introduced. Which is why you're finding
they can update it. God damn it, it stopped working.
Yeah, which is why they're putting out new products with extra things, far reds, and they're hoping you buy their new product that now incorporates quantum boards with the Cobs, with the far reds, you know what I mean?
Right.
Rather than like building some sort of, the real best kits that I've seen are some kind of hybridized, bastardized DIY stuff like Green Diamond's got, like Loki Grow rocks, like Grow Mouse had, where he just starts fucking putting shit together, and like when he gets new stuff to add to something and build a new something out of something and extra parts and whatever, you make it, and you incorporate the new, science that you've learned into it. But like, these companies really want to charge big fucking money, $1,500 plus for a 4x4 lighting light.
Right.
It's crazy.
It's
not really that good.
When you could build one for $600 and a little fucking time and effort.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Time and the effort is what you're paying for.
Yep.
I helped my buddy take and build he did a Cobb build with one driver, 4 cobs, and he can get maxed out 925 watts. I mean, and he built it for basically, I don't know, $1 a watt. And it's running great for him. And the same stuff that I run.
Now, is he crushing it with that light though, or what? You know, what's he getting with it? What's he?
Well, actually, this is a person you're seeing on mine an example of what he should get if he listens to me. He's struggling a little bit, but we're working through it with him, and we got some distance between us, so I can't be there hands on, so I kind of have to do video and photographs to walk him through it. But he should get what I get. I mean, I'm just running 029s, and they're. I mean, I can't ask for it to be any better. If it was any better, I wouldn't have the space. You know, my plants are 36 inches across, and I got that grapefruit right now is from the bucket lid. He's 30-something inches tall, and I got a Granddaddy Purple that's, I looked at it yesterday from the floor, is 50 inches tall. Wow. And now it's like, wow, wait a minute. You know, I don't need any more height and space in it, so I just got them all spread out, and they look beautiful.
But yeah, what these guys are getting at is that, like, they're talking HID versus Cobb versus Quantum Board, right. And the deal is it all depends on what your kind of price point is. You can get good. Don't listen to anybody who says you have to have those kinds of LEDs to rock it.
Right.
There are a myriad of options out there. Some are more efficient. Some can be more DIY and have more hands-on. Some have really good price points and are easy to freaking purchase and obtain for anybody who's looking to start out without a whole lot of freaking capital off the bat. So, you know, if it's easier for you to pick up a $100 HID light off freaking, Amazon or eBay or freaking Zen Hydro or whatever, you freaking buy a light from them for cheap. If that works for you to get started, that works for you to get started. You know what I mean? If that's the kind of budget you've got, you can grow good fucking dank with a simple setup like that. And I recommend that anybody start smaller and take steps, because it's not cheap. It takes time, it takes effort, and you may or may not find out it's like something you want to do full fucking time. Some people just don't have it in them. I know a lot of people that love what I do, but have absolutely no desire to freaking try and do it themselves.
They don't have the patience. We talked about that earlier. It just takes patience to get through a grow.
Yeah.
People don't.
And that's why I love having all these guys here in chat that are throwing off knowledge about CMH and 12/12s and 12/16s running at 36. Well, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. What we were talking about having people to bounce this off of that know what we're talking about. And understanding that Possum's addicts in here talking, and then they're back and forth, and these guys are, having a discussion that we all can relate to, and that's the kind of community we're here to foster, is just to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to explain how their systems work, and what's the pros and cons and benefits and detriments and issues they have to deal with, because every system's got its own quirks. And that's why I always tell everybody, says, I want you to show me how to grow. In fact, isn't that kind of how we met, Apprentice? You were like, I want to do a consult. You know what I mean? And my first question to you was, what are we trying to obtain, right?
Yeah. What's the goal? Trying to do here?
What's your end? Yeah. It all depends. What you are going to do, or what advice I would give you to do, is totally dependent on what your end outcome is and what's the goal we're looking for.
And my end goal was to grow good indoor medicine, because I'd never tried to do indoor before, and we went from there, dude. We seshed for 3 or 4 hours that day, I think.
So wait, hold on. Small Tubes is looking for real info on. He gets crowded and he gets too much shade. Hold on, I just caught a whole thread here. You guys carry on. I'm reading through this real quick.
I'll be right back.
Or don't. So. A 2x3 tent, 24 plants, and you're currently running what small tubes? And you want to do which now? Don't want to lose any weight? Are you currently running CMH?
Yes, he is.
And he wants to step up. Oh, he's got a 400 HPS.
Put it in the middle of the CMH.
No, he said
like
he's
I
talking
did.
about CMH. He said, I'm talking about CMH.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then Fumador said, no, he's running HPS. A 400, you said? And you want to make the switch to CMH? You may or may not, depending on how much you invested in your 400 watt ballast and whether or not it is electronic or not. There are conversions that can switch a 315 to a standard mogul base and run on a electronic ballast. They cannot be magnetic ballasts. They have to be the newer digital style. But if you have a digital ballast that's capable of dimming, you should be able to run a 315 at 75% on a freaking standard 400 watt HPS digital ballast with a conversion.
Because it's 20 years old.
They have a thing. If it's old as shit and 20 years old, then yeah, you're probably magnetic. Here's a question. When you take video, does it make lines in the screen? If it makes lines, you've got a magnetic ballast.
Yeah. Fuck though, man. My LEDs, when I ran LEDs, they did that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. Zen Hydro and a bunch of other companies do have CMHs that are cheaper than the grower's choice, and most of these lights, like we were saying earlier, these days it's getting to a point where a lot of this shit's all made in the same fucking factory in China with different people's labels and shit slapped
those
on
that me and Lefty have, you get them all day for $200 a fixture.
Yep. And they're
Philips. I mean, they're good. They're good.
They're the Chinese version with a Philips bulb, no name. Yep. Ballast, and instead of being grower's choice, they're still a 315 CMH ballast. If you look hard, you can probably find one that's dimmable.
The grocery store has one that is dimmable. They're just like mine. The only thing is that the ballast is black and they are dimmable.
Upgrade small tubes. Upgrade.
But like I did, I was running just the two 315s. Well, then I put the 600 HPS in between them bad boys, and I'm loving it. And so are the plants.
You put in one plant every 3 days? That's like a hell of a perpetual grow, dude.
In a 2x3?
Yeah. Holy shit, dude. That's got to be intense. Like in a tent, but also intense, like a circus.
Yeah.
Mine's 2 every 2 weeks, and I thought that was crazy.
I'll shoot up the Discord for you right now. Yeah,
I'll do it so it works.
So it works. I'm bad about that. I can watch chat, but I can't fucking link anything for shit. Well, that's cool. We were talking about that. Your power came back on just at 3.
Yep. That's awesome. Yeah, man. You know, and I was afraid of that. I'm kind of glad now that I got in there early and did transplanting that I wanted to do.
Yeah, one night ain't gonna hurt anything. Just like one day ain't gonna hurt anything. I've had the opposite happen where like I went in and flipped a timer and forgot and left them on for 30 hours or something.
Well, I'm kind of trusting I told Apprentice I'm pulling the trigger and trusting my gut and my skills on this. I've been doing this for a little while, and I've gotten myself to where I was scared to transplant before I knew.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Can you guys see me?
Go ahead.
Can you guys see me on video? Y'all need to look at this on video.
Well, I'll have to go turn my laptop on. Let me see here and get on YouTube.
Are you like in the ocean? You're green as fuck.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hold on. I'll show you in a second once you guys are looking.
I think those are his glasses.
No. Ready?
No?
Put a filter on it.
You watching?
Shit, no, I'm not ready. Hold on.
Wow.
Wow, Mardoober.
Yep, right back in. What's up, guys? I look fuzzy.
Holy
I'm underwater.
fuck.
No, I'm not underwater.
Man, you're under shatter there.
I'm under shatter, yo.
Mardoober under shatter, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Is that what you're damming on?
Yeah, I'm gonna right now.
What did I do with that joint notes? There it is.
I think we're gonna go in all low temp because we're past the 2-hour mark. We've made our mud. We'll be here. And you know what? The last 2 episodes I haven't put up on podcast because I went back through and listened to them and they were too choppy to put up. I didn't like them. So if you're wondering where the podcast was, the last couple ones that came up on Discord, I re-listened to them, and while they came through, I didn't think that they were quality enough to put up as a podcast. I didn't want to like people. Well, okay. So what I do is I just pull it back off YouTube and then re-upload it as an MP3 later in the day.
Gotcha.
It's really easy. But we will have this episode back up for podcast because I think it went through real smooth. I don't think we had any drops or hiccups or whatever. And so make sure and check that out. You can go to mardoober.com to check out the most recent uploads for the podcast. And it's all on there, as well as you can find it on, iTunes or Podcast Republic or whatever it is y'all use for podcasting.
That filter is definitely dope for sure. That's actually sweet ass.
Pun intended.
Man, look at that. Nice hat, buddy.
Anyway, what I was saying was I got in there early and did the transplanting that I was wanting to do. So then the lights went out. So I'm glad that I got in there early. I was going to longer, but I went and done the work.
Did you go in and reset your timers since they were off?
No, I'm just
back on in order.
I'm just gonna. I'll just go in there at about 5 minutes before their normal time in the morning to do everything. It's I'd have to go in there with a flashlight and climb around and all that kind of shit. And I'm just I'll just do it in the morning.
I completely understand.
Yeah, man.
That link isn't working for you, small tubes?
Hold on. Try that one.
Looks like the same link. No working. Oh, it takes you to the website for some reason.
Oh, it does? What?
That's what it says. I don't know, man. Hold on.
On the YouTube, when I watch, you can hear somebody typing.
Yeah, that's Apprentice.
Oh.
Let's see if that one.
Yeah, that's him.
My bad, guys.
No, you're good. Just like, it sounded like a drum beat.
Those are all just
been me. Sorry.
Those are all just taken in.
I was comparing it to when I type. When I type, it's like click, 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 click. It's not near as fast as what I was hearing.
It could have been Diamonds, too. I'm sure he types pretty fast.
Yeah, I'm on the computer all day long, but I put my headset plugged in so you guys don't hear that.
Yeah, I think it was me, guys. I was sending a text on my phone.
Oh, clickety clack!
Oh,
it was just finger taps.
Yeah,
it was just finger taps. Or is it hashtag? Is it hashtag science? Is that? Do we have to hashtag it like that?
Maybe.
We should hashtag science. I don't know what you're trying to do it for. The
link settings. Let's see. Generate a new link. I don't know. my dog goes crazy. I'll tell you what. If you go to Mardoober.com, no matter what, you can get my email there. #science. I don't know if that'll work, but
it's not IG. It's Discord.
Yeah, it's Discord. Either way, you check out Mardoober.com. There should be a link as well, I thought, that I posted in the beginning of the discussion. If it's just chat that's throwing up weird shit, it may be YouTube chat trying to ban Discord from interacting with it because they don't want to do business with Discord because business is with Discord isn't business with them or something. Who knows what kind of like net neutrality bullshit they got going on. So you can always go to the website Mardoober.com. Send a message to me. There's a little form you can fill out or whatever, or you can link to any of my social media, and I'm always down to message back. I usually email or whatever back within a day or two. I'm pretty good about it. I'm not 1,000%, but I'm pretty good. And that should get you through to like email me or whatever you need. That'll get you there. Mardoober.com's easy peasy Japanesey. That way we don't have to do anything weird. Oh. Well, all right. We are at about that time that we're going to sign off. And y'all can check us out online. Channel links to everybody there is in the description and in the favorite channels and whatnot on my channel, so you can get back through everybody and then check their channels for other people's channel links. All the stuff's in there. Don't forget to drop a thumbs down on this video and unsubscribe from this channel so that nobody ever watches this ever again. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Play the YouTube game because it likes to play us. This is actually probably going to be my last. Here's a moment on the way out. My last monetized stream because my monetization ends yesterday. I don't know, but I'm expecting a check from YouTube in the amount of $4.20 or that neighborhood. So if I win the lotto and get a $4.20 check from YouTube when they close out my account, I'm gonna get that shit framed and it's gonna go, up on the wall somewhere here in the Doober Den so that we can all laugh at the $4.20 check from YouTube.
Sweet.
So, all right. Anybody got any parting shot?
Irony. Well, wise words, parting shots, things to say to the viewers that are still out there. Thanks for checking us out, Fumador. Small Tubes, thanks for coming by. I'll get back. I hear my phone blowing up right now. I'll get back at y'all with some. I'm gonna go get warm, wrap my hands around a cup of coffee, and take a leak since we didn't get to take our mid-show break today. I sat most of the way through it except for when my dog went crazy. I'm going to shout out T&B Naturals, Mardoober Mondays, Human for the pro on the recharge, and
hell yeah,
all my gromies here on the panel, Diamond, Ghost, Apprentice, and all
thank you guys.
Gromies out there in Growland, YouTube. Peace out.
Yeah, and if any of y'all out in chat want to come join us in Discord and prove that you're worth talking to and you're not a robot, you're welcome to come join us. And we'd love to have you on the panel too if you've got something worth contributing. I mean, I'm not here to let people freaking stand on a soapbox and shout about their freaking like corporate jack off sponsorships. But if anybody's an actual grower that has real questions and real answers, we're more than willing to bring you in to participate. Speaking of which, you got anything for us, Green Diamonds?
No, I don't. Nobody sponsors me. I sponsor myself.
No. Just for like parting shots, shout outs. We take a moment at the end of the show where if there's anybody that you'd like to say thank you to or mention in the stream or just whatever, a moment to yourself.
The one guy that I really want to make sure that I thank is Dumbville.
Oh, hell yeah.
Man, he has been he's been a great guy to talk to. He's really cool, but he's just been so helpful and willing to talk this. And then when I found you guys, that just expanded on my ability. So yeah, man. I told him that we were going to be on.
I'm going to shoot him a link.
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot him a link to Discord. I bet he's in there.
Yeah, he and I are going to run a side-by-side with some nutrients that somebody approached him with. And so I said, yeah, I'll run them with you. So we're going to see what happens. So it's going to be interesting to see for sure. You guys will see all the results from that.
Well, wait, you said you're running a side-by-side. Whose juice you running? Do you mind saying?
Yeah, no, I don't think he even cares. Was it Current Culture? Their H2O2?
Yep.
Their H2O something, whatever. You know, running that line. So he had a pack that he sent me and said, hey, what do you think about running this? I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. So he was excited. I'm excited to see what it does. I'm going to run my normal stuff. It's going to have to keep up. If it exceeds it, well, then we'll have a discussion. But it's got to get better. I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. Definitely not gonna waste mine. It's too valuable.
Yep. Time and effort, man. That's what it's worth.
Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, we like to offer everybody a chance to freaking get stuff in their hands, and that's another thing in the community that you'll notice. If you join in with us and participate, you'll notice that there's a lot of people out there willing to freaking like help out with the little things that it helps to keep you going, whether it be knowledge or advice or genetics. We're all down to share. I mean, that's part of the community. Yeah,
that's exactly it. We're a family here. We're trying to help each other get the best that we can have.
Yep, straight up.
Thank y'all.
All right, y'all. Ghost, you got anything?
I just want you all to remember that it's fucked up that we sent Elian Gonzalez back to Cuba. Just remember that.
Is that
y'all motherfuckers forgot about him?
President's Day shit? Or what the hell is this?
No, Ghost, I remember that. I do remember that, Ghost.
Hell yeah. All right, no, I got it. Yeah, no.
All right, what about you, Apprentice? You got anything for us?
I just want to shout out UCG again for all the help and inspiration that he's given me, and I want to shout out Green Diamonds for his inspirational garden. Man, that thing is lush and green, and my God, what an inspiration to me it's been the last week or two talking with him, man.
2 thumbs up, Green Diamonds Garden. Go check it out on Instagram.
Thank you, guys.
I want to shout out Ghost for he's always in there and talking and stuff, and of course Mr. Mardoober for letting us come in and hang out on his show on Mardoober Mondays.
Hey, thanks for coming. You guys are the show. I'm just here to sit in a chair and host the damn thing.
Keep the potato plugged in.
Sitting in front of my green screen today. Just checking how much you can see behind it, and it's pretty clean. I think I can get away with it.
Yeah.
You might see some stuff coming up on my channel because I really am due for a actual video. I've been doing nothing but live streaming lately, and I've gotten hell lazy. And Freudian slip. I've been doing nothing but live streaming lately, and yeah, I really should start getting back into the habit of making production videos because I make some fun videos and I think everybody enjoys them. And if you haven't gone back and watched some of my production videos, go back and check those out, as well as those of Undercover Growers. Ghost has a video hiding in the internet that he doesn't want you to see, so don't go watch that. Apprentice is still working on putting up content, but check out UCG and check out freaking Green Diamonds. And you don't have any videos live yet, do you, Apprentice?
Check out Science. No, I don't have any videos.
That's where you all should go. Somebody put me a link up for that, for the Science Network. Everybody go sub up to the new channel. If you're not subbed up.
The link for the channel is up in chat. I threw it up when we came on.
Cool. Yeah. So hopefully everybody checks that out. Go check out the new Science channel where we're it's a network that we can all share and it's especially nice for some of y'all that may not want to be like making your own YouTube channel. You don't want to put your own face on there or whatever, but you can still participate. So Red State Partners, this is a safe place for you guys. If you want to post content, you don't have to put it under your own name or your own channel or your own handle or anything. Awesome. All right, guys. So check out Science Network on YouTube as well as on Discord. We're out there handling it every day. messages going back and forth every day. And Meeseeks is out there moderating. I want to shout out Meeseeks. That's my shout out. I'm so glad freaking like Self introduced us. Mr. Meeseeks is the shit.
Hey, shout out Self-Sent for setting all that shit up.
Yeah, hell yeah. And for participating, still being in there and coming back to science.
Returning.
Hell yeah. We appreciate it. And if y'all have any suggestions about freaking altering I know there's been some discussion about wanting to have more emotes for Mr. Meeseeks. If you'd like more, just DM me what you'd like him to emote and I can work on it.
Oh, dude, you know.
Beard on him?
That way we can interact with him. Oh, thank you, Doobie, too, for linking it again there at the end. All right, guys.
Yeah, Doobie. Shout out Doobie, too. Great. I want to shout out Doobie for being an awesome participation in the group. Dude, he's always in chat. He doesn't really come to the show, but he's always in chat, and he's always got some good stuff going on. Check out the dumb jokes section in Discord. Doobie kills it.
Dude, Ms. Mardoober loves that. I think that's her favorite section on the freaking Discord server. Dude, is the dumb joke section. What up, Condo Grower? It's all right.
Thanks
Come check
coming.
us out on Discord, Condo Grower. There should be a link in the channel description. If that link doesn't work for you, feel free to check it out at mardoober.com, and I will get you back.
Check out the link in the chat.
Thing.
I'm out, guys. Peace.
All right, gentlemen.
Later, UCB.
Salute. Happy President's Day, all. Mr. Mardoober, out.